Around here, this is more than a game. It's family, it's culture, it's legacy. A community that understands the work, respects the grind, and honors the journey. From the hardwood to the highlight moments, to every player chasing greatness. This is where passion grows, where fans become family, where standards are protected, where women's basketball lives. Welcome to Everybody Loves JuJu12.
What's up, fam? I know you East Coasters that follow me are probably in the bed, but with one eye open regarding this last one. So I'm just going to say it like this. If you're up and you want to come holler at your girl, come through. UCLA will be advancing to the championship game. They beat Texas 51-54. I'll just lay that out for you. 51-54. Man, shout out Lauren Betts. I had Texas winning. I couldn't bring myself to, I was torn. I was torn because but when you go, this is why it's really hard to do your brackets before they play. Because when you look at the tournament, you start to see who's ready and who's not for the moment. And when I saw South Carolina coming through the tournament in the last game before going to the Final Four, Elite Eight, TCU, I was like, something's different. And they're ready. This is South Carolina basketball. This is who I thought they would be with Tanaya. This is who I thought A.I. Maker could be. And this is who I always felt that Raven was on her way to be. And everything started to come together and click at the right time. And it wasn't much about talent as much as something was instilled in them to believe. UCLA, being the rivals of the Trojan, I just felt like when I seen them coming through, they were playing good basketball, and Texas wasn't. But let's talk about mental health for a second. When any other team like Notre Dame, LSU, USC, they don't bring up mental health. They don't talk about the pressure, the stressors of these kids, right? Now I'm hearing, it was clear to me something Madison was just discombobulated. You know what I'm saying? And when you have one star player who was balling, just can't meet the moment. This is when like my college coach, she hired we had a sports psychologist. We had to do visualization. We had to journal. It's really more than just basketball. When you're trying to accomplish things on a high level, you can get performance anxiety. You can get just a lot of things. What did somebody say? Panic attacks. So she's gonna have to seek the couch on this one. All right. Good evening, Nicholas. UCLA was clearly locked in. Clearly not locked in. Dude, that crap Gino pulled, shaking my hand, a beautiful moment for Vic and no, Rory. I think she needed to cry. I know. They've been together so long. She made me cry. I felt bad for her. I did. I felt bad for Rory. Because Rory, I'm watching her from the beginning. She was one of my favorites. And she tore her ACL. That's why I hate ACL injuries, but I love her fight back. I love how she came back. And Rory played well. She played really well. My predictions was all messed up. But this is one of the other predictions, because I always say I want to see the underdogs, right? Meanwhile, now we see why Pat Summitt, Candace rubbed them the wrong way, which, oh, yeah, Nicholas, yeah. Yeah, Madison was 3 for 23. Yeah, Nicholas, yes. I was there. I was watching. back in the day. And he was a younger man, just very. I mean, he just came off like arrogant, chauvinistic. I mean, even they would try to correct him from calling them guys. You know, he never says girls, and it's his way or no way. And you know, him and Pat got into it over Maya Moore because Pat, without saying it, without evidence, she felt like he was tampering. And then, you know, he was just kind of like, I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna do like he wanted to take over, like men can only coach. He had that kind of attitude, you know, and he tore down his players. He'd say the craziest stuff. Like he's totally not like that. I don't even know how they endured it. This game was not okay. No, just stop. Just say scoring 51 exactly. I don't care about the score, but what I care about, I'm very proud of Betts, and Betts should go number one. She's number one in the draft. I'm sorry. I seen it coming when I started seeing her move differently and play differently and move with a purpose, intentional, aggressive, like dominant the way we've always wanted her to be, you know. But hey, shout out to the Big Ten. Let's go. But when I see these games where some ugly basketball, like South Carolina wouldn't have had like 15. Yeah, but it was kind of be a low scoring game because it was like, I peeped how South Carolina sped us up, sped TCU up, clogged the middle. I mean, UConn was battling, but when you get sped up, that's why you bang the ball off the backboard and some breakaway layups and things like that, because you think South Carolina's coming, they're gonna block us. You know, they're just rushing. You know, okay, hold on, Jacob, because I was like, I didn't know. I mean, I'm gonna sit here and talk about it all night, but let's wrap this up because I know it's late for some of you. It's late for me. Couldn't go to players' homes and recruit. Thank you, because I couldn't remember what it was, but I know I remember her being upset about it. Was during it was a heated battle, you know, with Maya. It wasn't like Maya, we never knew that Maya was gonna definitely choose UConn. I think she thought about Tennessee, you know. Betts hit a turn around the jumper that me too, Kyrie. Woo. Ooh, she did a turnaround jumper that was cold, and it was exactly what I envisioned. And you know, when Kiki did this one move, she had her slid, and then she's supposed to slide it back. Her loose handles got me, because it's like, Kiki, that should be normal for you. Like, you need to learn what you were trying to do. You lost that ball, and it's way out here. That's why you are not a point guard. Like, you're gonna have to be a shooting guard, and you're gonna have to find a shot, and you're gonna have to work on your game. Sorry, I hate to say it, guys, and I think that's why she was gonna go so low. She didn't really work on it to the degree where she started second in the draft, that, you know, she should have better handles. She did a thing. I'm not a fan, but good job making it. Of course, making it to the tip. Of course, stay your face to the camera, not to the side, looking at.
My face is in the camera, Ju.
I'm gonna leave. We're gonna leave, but welcome, Jacob.
What's up?
Okay,
hey.
Talk to the people, Jacob.
All right.
What's up?
People told me that Sarah Strong was better than Juju Watkins. How about that?
There's so much you can talk. There's so many things I know.
No, I was gonna troll that first, but
I know you saw a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I'm surprised UCLA played that bad, and I'm surprised Texas played that bad. But hey, UCLA's in the championship.
They're ready. They look good.
They didn't play good today.
They endured the punishment. They're gonna get sped up. They're gonna get punished. But here's my thing. if they stay within close range, what I've been waiting to see in the country is that who can stop Betts? I remember I told you guys earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, truthfully, she's supposed to win a championship at 6'7". Like when Brittany Griner came, it was inevitable that she was going to win championships. It just was because she was the biggest one out there. And it's the same thing with Betts. That turnaround jumper that they said in the chat was beautiful. Like she still needs to learn to come over I think it's the right shoulder or the left shoulder, right shoulder. She doesn't know how to do that yet, which means she doesn't know how to go left. Man, she put that piece in, Jacob. She gonna be hard.
Beth ain't no BG. That's true.
No, the point, sir.
No, that would be Will.
The point. I know I'm talking to B Will. The point was, BG was the biggest thing out there, sir. And Betts is the biggest thing out there. Okay, 6'7" is 6'7", and with talent, with some skill to it. You know, I know you're a South Carolina fan. I know you don't get your panties in a bunch. And it should be a battle. And I'm just saying, I'm saying it to say I feel like South Carolina could win, but when I start talking about another team, I'm doing it because I'm saying that that's what it's going to take to beat them. Not South Carolina better watch out for Betts, because then I'll say that. See, that's why I don't really like the fan. I don't like you guys when you go for South Carolina, because you feel like if someone has a take on South Carolina, you have to have you automatically feel like you got to defend. And then you get real arrogant and braggadocious, and you need to stay humble, bro. You need to stay humble, because it might be time for UCLA after all that they've been through all these years. It just might be time for UCLA to win a championship. And Betts will be a big factor in it. Like I finally said that she would be against Texas because of what I saw of her coming this far. She doesn't have to be the athlete that BG is, because for that time, BG was just bigger than everybody. And Betts is playing very, very well. She's not playing like Frankenstein. She's not playing real stiff. And 6'7" is 6'7". It's not like you have Ashlyn Watkins. You don't. And when you come up, if I let Jacob have his time, then you could come up.
Okay. So I'm gonna say this. So obviously both teams didn't play good offensively. The thing is here is that UCLA did not shoot well, and they're usually like a solid, good 3-point shooting team, if I'm correct. Y'all can correct me in the chat if I'm wrong on that. So here's my thing. If UCLA comes out firing and making threes in the South Carolina game, then y'all in trouble, because UCLA have not been shooting that well in the tournament, and they've been beating everybody. So that's what I'm going to try to fix. That's what I want to see. If UCLA is going to continue on their cold streak from shooting threes, or they're going to get hot. Because the way it was looking, I don't know if South Carolina want their revenge against UCLA from last year. But yeah. And also, I don't know what the heck was going on with Gino and Dawn. That was crazy. Not going to lie. Man, Jew and Jacob, I want to come up, but I got too much company in the house, LOL. Call the championship game and bring me up. I want to see Betts win it, but I love Dawn. That's fair. Okay, so this is my thing. I want UCLA to win because I'm from California. My mom worked at UCLA as a nurse. But I would not be surprised if South Carolina wins.
Understand.
To be fair.
And I want them to win because it's the Big Ten. I want to shut the SEC up.
Fair enough. Yeah.
How do we? I don't know. I'm gonna let B Will tell me why South Carolina will win. I just said my point was that if UCLA wants a chance, and I think it should go through bets, and of course, obviously, Gabriella, a girl, and everybody else is going to have to show up. But I'm gonna put the thing in the link, and you come backstage. Gabriella and them have to show up, but I'm saying that
Yes.
the biggest chance they have is bets. I just feel it in my heart, just like I felt like this tonight, because I know that Oldacre, she can't play like 40 minutes straight, so we have to bring Cunningham in, and then Cunningham, her whole career since high school, fouls out all the time. She was on the verge of doing it. She couldn't handle it. She couldn't stop her. She's a junior, I think. Yeah, and then Gabby, and I think Bet sat out a year when she left Stanford, so she's like a fifth year person too. But shout out to the freshmen in the Final Four, and just in the March Madness in general. I was really impressed with all of the freshmen. I mean, amazing stepping up to the plate. That game, Agot Maker, Jazzy Davidson, Blanca Quinones, Aaliyah Crump. Like, I was just impressed with the freshman class.
Jew, I looked at Lauren Beth's thing. It looked like she played exactly the next year after she transferred in 23-24. She graduated in 22.
Okay. So she didn't have to sit out?
No. According to the stats, no.
What did she do? Red shirt at Stanford or something?
Well, she.
Oh, is that when they could?
I think that was right when it happened because she's in my high school class and we're both seniors.
What do you mean, the portal? What was it, because of the COVID or portal? How did she get that year? How come she's still playing?
I have no clue. It just says 22-23 freshman year, then 23-24. Yeah, for first year, yes.
And then she transferred from.
Yeah, and then played exactly the next year. She didn't have to sit out.
Oh, it's already in the works. They went UCLA and that tall white girl to win. Wait, time out.
Ain't no way. Y'all hilarious.
Time. Lauren is black. I've seen her mother. I didn't get to meet her, but I met Gabriella's mother and dad. But Lauren is black. She's biracial. But I get your point. Facts, Jew. They was wilding tonight. I was tired of it. Not gonna lie. Yeah, he's probably talking what I'm saying. It's like, I know they wilding, and it borderlines like crazy parasocial. Man, Jew and Jacob, I want to. Oh, okay, you read that. I want a better team to play against National. No, I think it'll be a good game. I think it'll be a good game because tell B Will to come on. There's a stream. I think it'll be a good game because one, if I were South Carolina, you got your get back, right, against UConn because you got your ass kicked, right? Then you got your ass kicked against UCLA. It's like it's lining up for you guys to get your leg back. And trust me, if you want to pretend like you don't want your leg back, you can go ahead. You can pretend all day because I'm gonna be petty. When we come next year, I want my goddamn leg back. Okay, that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. It's fun to say, yeah, when we come back, don't get all bent out of shape or like, well, they're freshmen and Juju, you don't know how she's gonna play. She might not be well, and Jazzy's just a sophomore, and let alone, why don't you just worry about your team, and I'll worry about mine. That's it. That's all we can do, right?
I can't, bro. That's funny.
Kyrie said, Kyrie, tell me why you think UCLA should win. Oh, he was mad. He couldn't have been still mad about. See, the thing is, he confronted Dawn, and it came out wrong because he was so angry. He was so hurt. But he was already angry because of her behavior. He felt was. But see, the thing is, I talked about this before. Brenda Fries, Kim Mulkey, Don Staley, Corey can get like that. I've seen other coaches. I think it was a coach either from Indiana somewhere was like outrageous towards the coach, but they don't have enough. They don't have the platform that they have. Gino used to be like that though. He used to be that. If his team is losing, like he lost it today, he reminded me of the other Gino. You know, his alter ego, right? He reminded me of that dude, and so I haven't seen him act like that in a long time. And so it's not surprising at all. It's just that I was surprised that he did it to Don, because he and Don go way back. They were like Olympic coaches for like damn near a decade. Yeah, this really good. Yeah, it's true. Right time. Really good freshman this year. Keonis is pressing. Guys, we can't make mistakes. We made SC and went. Yeah. Right. You gotta. Right. Of course, everybody. Listen, if you can't listen, everybody's complaining. You can't use it from your phone. If you're on your phone, you got to put in this. You got to put in the whole HTTPS. And whatever the code is, right here. You got to put in exactly how it is, and you can't copy and paste it. There you go. Yeah, I was just going to say you can't if you're on your phone, you have to put in that whole StreamYard, but you can't copy and paste it. They said. All right, you got the floor. You got the floor. Be well.
So first off, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So first off, I just want to say, I think you misunderstood my point about bets. In your chat, I had just given bets props, and my point about her not being BG is that I feel like that's a lot of pressure to put. Because what I was responding to is you said you feel like bets should have run the championship, and I'm like that's a little bit of pressure.
Time out. Did I say that, Jacob?
I don't think you did.
Yes, you did. That's exactly what I was responding to.
No, I think somebody said that in the chat, but it wasn't her.
Not me.
No, I didn't see it in the chat. I heard. Now you might have been reading from the chat, but I heard you say that, and that's what I was responding to.
What you responded to was I was comparing bets being tall like BG, and BG won several championships.
That's what I'm saying.
So he was the biggest one on the court. So theoretically, it's a theory for me that bets. If I'm gonna, this is what people do. This is what people do, right? We talk about matchups, and we talk about. It's just plain and simple. You talk about matchups, and if you have bets, and you don't have someone to counter her, I'm saying she could be the factor, a big factor. That's it. That's my point.
Yeah, no. Let's clarify now. Let's clarify now.
And win. That could be. We don't know. That could, like I said it about Texas. I said if they can't stop Beth, and Beth's have been playing really, really well. She's really serious. She's really aggressive. She's been through a lot. You know her story. Like I could see and picture in my mind her like putting them on their back. Like Madison, she's just a junior. You know, she knows she has another year. People play with urgency. And who's never been there. South Carolina has been there. Most recently, modern era, most recent champion. Everyone knows it. Don is now an expert at it. She's now an expert at it. And some of her players, especially the main player. So the main player, the main person, but that got in foul trouble was Raymond. And even though she did that X factor I was talking about, Agot Maker, she comes in with such energy. Tanaya had been playing better of late. That's all I want you to talk about. You tell me your thoughts on the game. You don't have to worry about. I'm not. Whatever you said. Like no, that ain't gonna happen. Shoot it down. Okay, that's your opinion. Tell me why tonight. In your own words, why did South Carolina win?
So I'm gonna answer that real quick. let me just say this. My comment about bets, just to be clear, had absolutely nothing to do with South Carolina and what in the game on Sunday. Had absolutely nothing to do with it. But to answer your question, what I liked about the game, so Raven scored 2 points on 1 for 6 shooting. She got in a little bit of foul trouble early, set the almost the whole second quarter. But when she was in the game, she took out every player that she guarded. She took them out the game. Now, that's not to say she did it by herself. South Carolina's defense as a whole showed up. There was a clear game plan to make it difficult for AZ and Sarah and make it difficult for UConn to do what they wanted to do. And it showed up. All the offense, hey man, Tanaya Latson showed up on offense and defense. Was she perfect? No, she made a couple mistakes, I feel like, but she showed up on offense and defense and freaking rebounding, getting on the glass. That's where South Carolina won tonight. They won with energy and discipline. That's what won the game. I love how Gotti played. I love how McKeer played. I love how Latson played. But it was a full team effort. I love how Joyce played. Joyce played with more energy tonight than I've seen her play with in a while. That's my only critique of Joyce. Sometimes she's a little bit lower energy than I expect from her. But man,
question. What part of tonight was discipline? Describe it, because I didn't see it on either side.
For me, it was on defense in particular.
Mm-hmm.
We had, sure, of course, we had some lapses, right? And of course, UConn's a good team. They took advantage of us at times, but in general, we didn't gamble a lot. That's what I liked. We didn't gamble a lot. We played solid fundamental defense, staying in front of people, making it difficult for them to get the looks that they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like I said,
that took discipline because they didn't gamble and jump in the passing lanes. Describe it. What does that look like?
I mean, I don't know how. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if you're asking me to describe specific plays. Or you asking me?
Oh, you said further elaborate on. They didn't gamble. What does gamble look like? Like how? Gamble doing what?
Gambling is, cheating and trying to get in the passing lane and then get beat because you make a risky play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of that. You know what I mean? That's what I like.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of that because UConn's the kind of team, they're a well-oiled machine and they will make you pay for your mistakes. And so for me,
I've never heard anybody describe. No, you said UConn, right?
Yeah, UConn.
Okay, got you. Okay, I agree.
I take nothing from that UConn team. I take nothing from that UConn team. They played as a well-oiled machine.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. No, not tonight. I said, but they in general they play like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, Fudd was missing. Fudd's been missing, and Sarah has finally seen what Juju sees, and I've been waiting, and I'm so glad South Carolina took the tour because, she has 2 more years, and it's going to get worse because she's not going to have Paige nor Fudd and KK. I don't know what KK was doing. KK could have done a little bit better as far as K9. K9 is almost there. She did some key things tonight, but the thing that Coach Gottlieb was, and I kept trying to tell you guys, it really offended me when she was like, no one was developing her. K9, we've been telling you over and over, you got sat down for the same mistakes. But I love what I see in her. I see who she is because I saw her in high school. And she's got to change that scoop shot. Same with Michaela. You gotta change that scoop shot because there's big trees in there. But Fudd, I'm exactly right. I talked about K9 and Lindsay. I remember distinctly her in front of a camera. She said, "Yeah, we're working on her because she got a quick first step. She get around you. She's fast. Matter of fact, I watched the whole Carolina look at her go all the way down the line, and they couldn't stop her. There's nothing you could do, and she blew the layup. And I'm not talking about the last one. That's why she's crying. And that's what we were trying to tell her. Like, sometimes you make the shot more difficult. Sometimes maybe if you slow down and almost like, it's almost like you use your peripheral to see if anybody's on you before you even go for the shot. If the best
slow down,
look right. She looks. So you can look over your shoulder quick, and then you can go for the layup. Right, little things like that. She still plays like high school. Okay, but tonight,
it actually hurt me to see her crying.
Yeah, but she always does. But
it hurt me to see her crying after that shot in particular, because
she blamed herself, and you can't blame yourself for that.
Yeah,
not you.
I was saying about Kaylee Heckle in Zoe's chat, in Seth's chat. Kaylee Heckle played a fine game. She played fine.
No, but
she played fine. Did she make some mistakes? Sure, but she played fine.
But for a sophomore, UConn, Ball and Shield said UConn didn't play team ball, no pace and no defense. But Ball and Shield in defense, they couldn't play team ball and have pace because South Carolina sped them up.
Yep.
And that's the goal. And credit to South Carolina. It's wild out there. It's like a junk defense going on. Oh my God, girl. That's what Flage did against Duke. Them wild layups, right? And that's the thing that I feel like Michaela is gonna fix it. And she was out there shooting with Juju today. Juju was very nonchalant, relaxed, popping threes. Anything she wanted, she was making. Then I saw Michaela I seen her on the side. She was shooting. She's got her body is straight up. But when she goes super fast, she gets off balance. She doesn't have a fader. She's just throwing shit up. The thing about it is, they hadn't been looking good, UConn. And South Carolina has been figuring it out. So Kyrie said, my bad, Miss Yu, they should win because I don't think anyone there will stop bets. But plus they can't stop Kiki Hawkins and Neepkins all at once. You got to pick your poison. Okay. I get you on that. I'm going to see how that works. I think tonight's defense has been looking hella better. Ravens defense is on point. The wing, who's the wing for you guys for South Carolina?
Tessa.
Oh, Tessa.
Starting.
First of all, who can Tessa guard? So I'm sorry. I don't think.
Damn.
So here's the thing about that. Tessa is going to be fine because she'll probably be on Neekins.
Michaela Blake, Sports One. Okay, go ahead. So, Neekins? Okay.
Probably. I honestly, for me, the matchup difficulty
is very hard. Because
is Hawkins and Neekins. Because we can match up with Kiki, we can match up with Ledger Walker, and we can match up with for our starting five, right?
Okay,
our normal starting five. Our normal starting five. Our normal starting five being Raven.
Stop! I already know who it is. I got a question. Who guards Dukelich and Betts at the same time?
Oh, I hope they start. I hope they start Dukelich and Betts at the same time. I really do, because if they start Betts and Dukelich at the same time, then we can match up with Medina and Joyce, right? It's if
Dukelich doesn't play down low. She's out on the wing.
Again, I think Dukelich if UCLA were to go against what they've been doing all season and start Dukelich, that would be in our favor because our starting five matches up with Dugalich in the starting lineup better than it does with Jaquez and Neekins. You know what I'm saying? So because Joyce got to guard one of them, right? Or so that matchup is the more difficult thing. Maybe Dawn changes up the lineup and brings in Agat McKeer to start if they start Jaquez. That's a better matchup for us. And then we rotate based on their personnel. That's the better matchup. But for me, if our normal starting five and their normal starting five, the matchup advantage is Jaquez. That's the difference maker to me, because Joyce got to guard one of them. Joyce has to guard one of them.
So Joyce, you understand that what they're doing is, they're coming out. Everybody, it's like 4 out, 1 in.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying, Ju. Joyce has to guard one of them, and that's a bad matchup for South Carolina.
Because I don't believe that Charlize Leisure starts. It didn't go like that. I think it goes. Correct me, Jacob. Is it Kiki, Neekins, or RC? Kiki, Neekins, Jaquez, Dukovic, and Betts.
No, Dukovic doesn't start.
Okay, so who's the starting lineup tonight?
Betts, Kiki, Gianna, Jaquez, Legend Walker.
That's exactly what I said.
But that doesn't mean that's what they're gonna do.
But that's what they've been doing all year.
Okay, hold on. Let me ask. They haven't been. Letcher hasn't been starting all year.
Yes, she has.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me check it.
Maybe they changed the lineup somewhat for matchups.
Let me
but
ask.
Legend Walker hasn't started.
Let me go to the chat. What you mean that's not a bad matchup? What do you mean? Tell me what. I don't know who you're talking to. Like, are you talking to me? You gotta act who you're talking to. Are you talking to me, Jay? Get Poppy. I know. You. Ledger has not always. Thank you. That's what I said. Ledger has not always started, so I don't really know how. I know that at one point that could be the one that happens. We don't know yet, but I'm throwing out different ideas, and I just threw this out in general because I know how Dukelich plays at 6'4". She's up there where the guards are and the wings are. So I was like, who's going to come all the way out of the paint? And if the point of the matter is, if she's all the way out of the paint, okay, and Joyce comes with her, that's the matchup that we want Betts and Okot, or that they want Okot. And I think that's where you got 6'7" on. How tall is Okot?
6'6" or 6'6". I think I would take that matchup.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that matchup because one thing I know is that you can keep Lauren Betts out of the paint. So last year when South Carolina and UCLA played, Lauren Betts did not beat South Carolina. Certainly not on offense. It was the 3-point shooting because UCLA.
Hello?
It might cut out.
Are you there? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah. Last year when UCLA played South Carolina, Lauren Betts did not beat us. What beat us was UCLA. UCLA couldn't miss.
You're talking about offense. So defense doesn't stop you?
No. I'm saying Lauren Betts did not beat us. That's all I'm saying. And now here's the thing, Juju, because I understand where you're going with it, because Lauren Betts was a presence in the paint when on defense, when UCLA was on the defensive side. But I'm saying from the offensive standpoint, Lauren Betts did not beat us. And so we were talking about the matchup, right? And you were saying who's going to stop Lauren Betts. And I'm saying that I'll take Medina Okada and
So what happens?
Miriam Dowda guarding Lauren Betts one-on-one because we can make it difficult for him because I saw Sanaya Fagan do it.
Okay, so you're going to make – well, they're not Sanaya Fagan. So she's a great defender blocker. But if Oka gets in foul trouble, who comes in for her?
Dowda.
And you trust her the rest – the most
Miriam Dowda.
And you trust that? Yeah. Okay. So somebody said, what did they say?
Not one of those Lauren Betts haters.
Okay, so Jay said,
right. I'm not a Lauren Betts hater. I'm not one of those people who saying, "Oh, 2 dribble Betts, she can't do that." That's not me. I appreciate Lauren Betts' game. I do.
Okay, so Jay said, that's a good one. Jay said the real question is, what are they gonna do when we go small? Who's your small? Give me who's small. When you go small, what does that look like? Can you answer that? What are the players when South Carolina goes small? Be Will. He said, what? Because then I can tell you. Jay, I don't know where B Will went. Who are the players in when you go small? Yeah, Latin has been playing better. Actually, on defense, she's been playing better defense and offense. He came up on another thing. Now you got
what happened.
You're gonna get an echo because you're up here twice.
StreamYard said something went wrong, so
okay, I said now you're back.
I try again.
So because I read something that Jay said when he said, "What is UCLA gonna do when they go small?" And I'm asking you, what does small look like? Who's South Carolina's small lineup?
Just take out Medina and put in Agat McKeer. That's the start of that's our small lineup. Joyce is the big.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. If that's what you consider small, I mean, that's not a big deal because we got Sienna Betts and then we got which is the same age as Agat McKeer, and then you got Angela Dukelet.
Mm-hmm.
So they can guard. They can switch up and guard, like Joyce or Agat McKeer. Jaquez can guard her, things like that. So,
Ju, you got to understand something about me. I am not a UCLA hater. There are UCLA haters. There are UCLA haters out there that don't like UCLA as a team. I actually like UCLA. You know what I mean? I like most of these teams. There ain't a whole lot of teams that I don't like.
Well, that's all right. So I'm not defending them. I'm just talking basketball.
We're doing mid-big.
You keep saying we.
It's a habit. It's the West Coast.
I ain't mad at you. It's LA. You should be saying we.
And it's the Big Ten. And I'm not. I can't even say that I'm not enjoying South Carolina. I can't even say that. I don't like your fans. I don't have nothing against them or the coach. So I'll just be honest.
Mike is really a troll. I can't. Mike is trolling on thread. It's funny.
Who's doing it?
Live Mike.
What? Oh, who's he going for?
Oh, he said I know USC supposed to fans supposed to hate UCLA, but but I don't care about none of that.
Yeah.
Listen, if Michigan State was playing in a national championship game against anybody other than South Carolina, I'd be rooting for Michigan State.
Trust and believe. That's your area.
And I believe Maize and Blue. I played football at Michigan, so I believe Maize and Blue. So, but if Michigan State was playing in a national championship, I would be rooting for Michigan State. I promise you, except for against South Carolina. I promise you. So I get it, Ju. I get it. I ain't got no qualms with you saying we.
No. Well, I didn't really care that you brought it up because it's like I struggle with it because I'm a Trojan and we're supposed to lie. I'm riding with you. It's the same thing. Like they're playing us, of course not. But all my for a long time, that was everybody's first team. Cheryl Miller, all of us, that was our first team until they came around and did what they did and created what they did. So the women's Final Four game did not make any new women's basketball fans tonight. It didn't. It really didn't, Sean. 2 boring defensive games, very little offense. But you know what, Sean? That's how Tennessee used to do it in the early days. I hated it, but I still like Pat Summitt, and I didn't really be. I always liked her, and then she had Bridget Gordon, and that piqued my interest because I've loved her athleticism, but she didn't have other athletic players. And her thing was defense, and most of the game was played on the ground, diving for the ball, deflection, stealing. It was like raggedy. It wasn't even fun to watch. And that's what we're kind of like back to.
Honestly, I thought the South Carolina UConn game was fun to watch. Because
Sean,
I like
he said he likes it.
Yeah, I liked that game. The Texas UCLA game, on the other hand, that was sloppy.
You thought that was sloppy? What was sloppy? Oh,
yeah.
Texas was sloppy. What did UCLA do that was sloppy?
Man, UCLA should have beat the way Texas was playing. UCLA should have beat Texas by 30.
You're being generous. 50.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm. So if and so what I expect, I don't expect to see on Sunday the UCLA team that played today.
Okay, thank you.
I expect that they'll be better. Now I don't know what went. I don't know what went on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was, maybe it was Tech. Well, actually, it was. Texas did play some pretty decent defense on UCLA and made things tough for them. They did. So I hope that I expect that South Carolina can do the same. But again, from what I saw, it was a lot of sloppiness. There was a lot of sloppiness and just undisciplined. That's one, like making lazy passes.
Okay.
Not saying. Of course, not saying. I'm not comparing them to UConn and South Carolina, because I don't think either of those teams played perfect ball either.
No,
but it was a defensive battle, right? It was. I thought it was more of a defensive battle rather than just flat out sloppy basketball. Some of the things that I saw. I mean, thank God for freaking Lauren Betts. Lauren Betts came to play.
Yep.
Lauren Betts came to play.
So let me get to my chat for a second. Sean from West Virginia, can you hit the subscribe button for me and hit like? I'm a West Virginia fan. I'm just pissed we didn't get further than the round of 32. Oh, well, you guys are just now. Hey, listen, West Virginia. We're all proud of West Virginia.
100%.
If you were you can't even criticize. I've never seen them even get to that. So you got to be patient with your program because the country saw West Virginia and you had a lot of people rooting for you guys.
Yep.
So
sure did.
Just be patient. It takes time. Listen, Dawn didn't win a championship. She's been there 18 years. It took her 9. Took Gino 10. Okay? So with that being said, Rome wasn't built in a night. And with the NIL monies and portal changes, you could either come out successful or you could be behind because you don't know what their GM is doing over there. You don't know what your school has to pay players to come. So I like the women's college game needs more than 4 elite teams. I agree. And I think, listen, I'm going to say this out loud to you because it's my channel and I can say what I want. The ecosystem was disrupted when Juju Watkins tore ACL. Because I'm not saying that we would be where UCLA was, but we damn sure could be where Texas was. And my thing is, because with the trajectory and the pattern, but in all honesty, not with the players that we had in Juju. I believe, in all honesty, with her playing, certain players were on their way, but that's all in the past. But the ecosystem was on its way. Okay, So it got disrupted with us losing players to graduation and the portal, to make it clear. But what we have coming, it will be more than, if those 4 teams want to still be where they are, we're going to be in that name too. I think Michigan will be older.
Yeah.
But if they don't have a center, I still feel
they gotta get a big. They gotta get a big.
They got one coming in.
Okay, we all know that.
A freshman?
Yeah, like 6'5", I think. That's what Mid D told me.
Okay, so then
She'll still be a freshman.
Well, she'll still be. I don't want to put her down for that because mine's just going to be a freshman. But
yeah,
but where does she rank? And like they may rank Sarah though. They're going to rank her after she does this tournament she's in and possibly Nike Hoop Summit. But it's been said they have her at 10. Now, if you're up there at 10, okay, or above, and you know that freshman, let's say you said 6'5" from Michigan, and she's number 62. Then and she's a freshman. No, that's not making that much of a difference, but it could, make space, okay, for them.
Fair enough.
So let me move on. Louisville's a couple of pieces away. There's certain teams that are a couple of pieces away, but are they still a couple of pieces away from the powerhouses like USC, UCLA? I don't know what they're going to be, so we're going to remove them. Texas is going to be strong, and South Carolina is going to be strong. So with that being said, he's still making the right point. Sean is saying 4 elite teams, and I totally. Your music or something in the background has to be muted. So
that was Jacob.
So whatever. But that's kind of always been that way, Sean. And it has taken on a different complexion because this is the second year out of Corey's 15 years that she got to the Final Four. This program, since the inception of NCAA 81, I think 82, they have not gone to the Final Four. So that's new. Texas, since Jody Conrad in my day, when they beat us, it's an anniversary this year. They beat Cheryl Miller and Cynthia Cooper in 1985-86 when we went there for the third time. So Texas being it for their second year. So those things are new. Dawn, most of for the last 5 years or so, right? She's been where she's been, and UConn was always right, almost there. Once Paige got better in FUD, right? But they normally make the Final Four. So, with that being said, and I went into extreme detail to be careful to honor that. I don't want you to think that it's always elite teams. I do think it's starting to change. I disagree because it's a lot of elite teams, but it's not about who's elite. It's about who's better team. Okay, Jay, I'm pulling for UCLA, but I think South Carolina win. What do I think? Anybody want to ask? Nobody asks my thoughts. You just, because I guess what I always offer it.
Yeah, what do you think, Drew?
Thank you, Jacob. Thank you for asking.
Oh, we will.
I can't.
I thought it was Jacob. Thank you, B. Will, for asking.
Hell no.
Believe it or not, I think South Carolina will win. Yeah, and here's the biggest reason. The only thing is there is a lot. Let me talk about UCLA first. They have every reason to win. Every reason, because they're 16 years. They've been together so long. It's just time. They want it. They have a plan. She's super scouted. Like the other day, they were giving out the awards, right? And everybody was like, well, where's Betts or where's Corey Close? They're locked in heavily, and they're trying to stick to their scout and their plan. They're serious, and they're not fumbly and anxious and nervous like the way Madison was. But South Carolina, well, one thing about UCLA, this is why USC would beat them. They cannot beat athletic teams. If you got just a few, they struggle with, but South Carolina has several athletic teams. And I think they'll struggle with that. And I think that's why. Yeah, Pat was a class act. Yeah. So do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
they're just more athletic. Like, let's say there's a loose ball, they'll probably beat them to the ball. Hopkins is tough. She'll get down and dirty. Kiki would get down for the ball. But for the most part, like 50-50 balls, right? I said tonight, and I was shocked that I was right. I said, for some reason, I have a feeling, because I've seen them do this, I said, South Carolina going to out-rebound UConn. I couldn't think of a damn player for UConn that rebounds over there. And rebounds wins championships. So it's going to be interesting. Everybody's going to be fully tuned in, fully shocked. And like Misty had strolled in here, and she was like, what did you think about the Gino incident? I already talked about that already. It's very classless. We kind of got to the bottom of what he said or what was said, but I think he was just thoroughly frustrated because I feel like I've said before, I think all of them, they get, because of their personalities and their platform, they get preferential treatment with the refs. But as far as him, I don't even believe that he said that Don was using profanity at the refs. And I feel like Gino was on some shit tonight. Like, he's lying. He says, I feel like he's lying about that, and that he's lying about her not shaking his hand. Like, I don't know what to believe with him now. Like, he just lost it. He lost it. His ego was bruised. Sean said he's a Bill Belichick of college sports. He's unlikable. He's never been likable.
Hey man, Gino is all class and compliments when he's winning.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Instead of, congratulating Dawn on getting a good scout and putting together a good game plan and winning the game, he's gonna go back to something that he felt slighted on. That he could have, if he had an issue with Dawn, he could have handled that later. He could have called Dawn up and said, "Hey, you know what? I didn't like that you did this." Whatever his issue was about a freaking handshake, he could have said, "You know what, Dawn? I don't like that you did this."
Okay, but how many times in the heat of the moment? You're asking a lot when he's thoroughly frustrated. He's already up in arms. He just shouldn't have said anything, and he didn't need to bring up the handshake at all.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not, and so that's why I don't think I'm asking a lot.
He should have thought the best, because they showed that she did it like she always does it, but she forgot the tradition that supposedly they all do in the middle of the court with the cameras. That's all that happened. I don't know. She was just locked in, and she had already did it like she normally does. And I think it was just an innocent thing. I don't really think that she meant to trigger him or disrespect him. Like, he feels like, hey, we're the reigning champs. I've been your boss, like, not boss, but your boss, your mentor. Like, when he was a head coach of the Olympics and Don was the assistant, there was a hierarchy there. And then men in general feel like women should be submissive.
That's what I'm saying, Ju.
He's older as an elder. Disrespect for the game. 12 championship. Give honor where honor is due. If it's due, right? Honor where honor is due. I don't think she was trying to be dishonorable, but he's already upset. I'm not making excuses for him. It was wrong, but he lost it. He's an old man. I'm just kidding. He lost it.
And so here's where I disagree, Ju, because you said I'm asking a lot. I'm not asking a lot from a man who's been a professional as long as he's been, who's been in this moment as many times as he's been. I'm not asking him a lot of that man to be professional. What he did was, at the very least, unprofessional.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Did I ever say that he was not unprofessional and that he
No,
was
no,
not
no,
wrong?
no. You didn't.
I
I
was
didn't say
just
you
pointing
did.
out, and
I,
it's not an excuse. He was in the heat of the moment. His ego was bruised. That was why it happened. It doesn't excuse it and it doesn't make it right. But here is why the behavior triggered him, because he felt dishonored. And I doubt that she dishonored him. I doubt it very seriously. Like, if that's a protocol, which apparently it is, she didn't do it. And but he should know her. To me, you've known her for years, decades. When has she
and
ever disrespected you?
so just to be clear, Jew, I'm not putting words in your mouth. I'm not saying that you didn't say that it was inappropriate. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying you say it was. I am asking a lot of him in that
Yeah,
moment.
you're asking a lot
And I,
of an
and
egotistical maniac. He
and
can't do it. That's what I
so
mean. You're
so
right.
if
He's supposed to do it. But if his behavior, if you know truly who he is, that would be, how about I say, how I put it this way, that would be asking a lot from him when he was already like up in arms. That's just his behavior. That's not excusing it.
well then if so again for me that is not asking again if that's
Maybe
who he is
listen,
if that's who
I'm not
he
gonna
is
do this. I'm
then
not gonna do this with you. I'm not gonna do like you're getting hung up on schematics. You understand what
semantics
I'm saying?
no
You're like trying to dissect and break down, and it's just really simple. His behavior was out of line. It was classless. It was tasteless.
what
But that's
and I
who
don't
he
give
is. A snake is a snake is a snake. They bite.
okay
The
then
moral of
he's
the
a
story.
snake
Let's give it.
as long as
Moral of the
as
story.
long
Gino shouldn't have done that in the first place. I'm just reading this. If you're not looking at the screen, you don't know what I'm saying. Jay Get Poppy said, moral of the story is Gino shouldn't have done that in the first place on that type of stage. Just shake hands and get it over with. It was no reason for all that. Correct. Gino was caught up in his feelings, emotionally lashed out. Yes, the ego came to surface. That's what I'm trying to say.
and so
I'm just
Jew
giving another version, but you're still trying to defend it, and I don't want to hear it because we already
I'm not
know
defending
that it's all
anything
wrong. We already know that it's all wrong.
I'm not defending anything I'm just saying all I'm saying is just like you said just now a snake is a snake but I can't I don't think it's too much to ask for a professional to be a professional as long as somebody who's been doing it as long as he's been doing it. I don't think it's too much to ask for him to be professional.
Somebody
If he
said
can't
something in the chat
if he
that
can't
made a
do it,
lot of sense.
then
He
that's
only can do it when he's winning.
I said that.
That's what you said. He can do the nicety, the pleasantries, the
Yeah.
complimentaries when he's winning. But if this man has
Mm-hmm.
a moral crack in his morality or whatever, he can't do it. That's you've been watching for years. And he's won for years, but when he hasn't, that ego surfaces. It's typical Gino. I'm not, it was, for me, it was horrible.
It was.
It was horrible. Inexcusable. I feel it's embarrassing because he brought her out of character and she was hurt.
Yep.
She was her feelings hurt. She was hurt. She had no idea he would do that. It caught her off guard. But I know when she gets before the Lord is going to show her it's not about her. It's about him. And that's how you walk in love. That's how you still got to walk in forgiveness. That's how you still, and she's a Christian. That's what she talks about all the time. Everybody else can be offended. We're all going to look at it and take it to, look at this white man in this black woman's face. Look at this man in this woman's face, which I felt Deli should have been the first one over there to step in front. One, as a black man. Two, as a man. You never let a man come into a space to that level
Yep.
He's wrong, and it's embarrassing. However, that was always allowed by him. He did it with Pat. He did it with Muffet. He did it with Kim, but he's never done it to Don. Thank you. Say that, Juju. And that's just. But don't worry about Don. She is a woman of faith. She'll be fine.
She got it. She got it. Yep.
She just needs a minute because she's human, and it was a lot, and it hurt her. It hurt her. She respects that man. That hurt. She's disappointed in him.
Yeah.
Cause like Jay said, she knows he should know better. Like, Gino, you have overcome so much. You were starting to be the likable grandpa. Like, we was all. I thought I would never like him.
Mm-hmm.
I hated UConn, even though I would pick out certain players that I like because I couldn't help it. But I hated the team because of him. And you embarrassed her. I have friends at the game that called me after and said, "Did you see what happened?" They're all, they don't get the, what happened truly like we did because, the television, they're not in front of a TV.
Yeah.
But it rubbed them, my friends from UCLA that played years ago were there. And she was like, she's just flabbergasted. And then he lied about the handshake. But she didn't do it at the protocol time. But I don't think she did that on purpose. I don't know. She'll look back and think about okay, is there a protocol? Because I went and did it this way. But you know what I'm saying? And he felt embarrassed because he was standing there waving hey, are you going to come over here? You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this, Juju, because you've been there, right? You've seen enough. Is that a protocol?
Well, yeah.
I don't know what
they said it was. They said, I think when I went back and caught a couple of stations, so they showed when Vic and Coach Corey did it. And it depends on what I guess the cameras are, all over the freaking place. But there's a moment, and they did it right there in the center. And you're supposed to capture it in the Final Four, especially then in the Final Four. And so and then they went back and showed the part where they had shook their hand. Dino and her had shook at some point somewhere. And then there was a point where he was standing there waiting in the customary spot, and he was waving like two hands, hey, are you gonna come? Are you gonna come? For him, it felt like 3 minutes. We don't know if it was 3 minutes, but she never came, and it was a misunderstanding. Yeah. I can't imagine. I don't know. I don't think she tried to do something that would piss him off, you know what I mean? Kind of like, I'm dissing you, we're coming to kick your ass, that's just what it felt like because they kicked their ass.
Mm-hmm.
So, and when you play little head games, and I think he thought she was doing that. But Don, for years, I don't know of her doing that. Like some teams do. Certain coaches, I can probably say, yeah, I remember the time when, I remember a time this year, we were up on Michigan. We finally got up, and Michigan couldn't figure out what we were doing. And for whatever reason, there was a review of something, and it went longer. And then she was talking to the other team was talking to the refs too long, and it's just that she had more time with her team. And then they came out and made an adjustment, but they couldn't do it in real time. Or the other day, somebody tied their shoe. That gave the coach time.
Angela Dukeledge.
Dukeledge tied her shoe to give Corey more time to get the appeal. So this gamesmanship is what I'm saying. I don't think she was doing any form of gamesmanship. I think it's just a huge understanding. But he was already upset, right? I'm not making. See, if I tell you what I think, that doesn't make it right. But you can clearly see that the man was burnt. He was flabbergasted because when he talked to Holly Rowe, he was, and then I just seen him starting to fume more and more and more.
Just to be clear, Juju, I never thought that you were making excuses for him. I never. That's not what I was saying. I wasn't trying to go against you. I was just speaking my perspective. But I never thought you were making excuses for him. You made that clear.
Well, I mean, you kind of because when you said something like, "Well, I guess it just made me feel like, well, he should be a professor. It's no matter. It doesn't matter. We know that, but we know that.
That's my take. That's my take. You know, that's what I'm saying.
Take. That's everybody's take. That's obvious. But he's being him. And guess what? This day and age, it's not gonna fly. You've been here too long. Nobody's afraid of the big bad Gino. And you're definitely not going to talk to Don Staley like that. Yep. The Philly came out of her. And then now she's looking like the angry black woman. So yes, it bothers me as a black woman because anytime we assert ourselves or stand up for ourselves or react, then
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that.
But that's
I haven't seen that.
You have to cut me off. You said it once. You haven't seen it, but you haven't seen everything. You don't know how other people think. We don't. That's know.
That's what I was gonna ask you, Ju. Is my point is saying I haven't seen that. I was gonna ask you, have you actually seen that in the socials in these last couple hours?
No, I haven't seen it in the socials. I'm explaining to you what the history is, and
I get it. I get it.
That for those who are men, some of them are going to stand up. Although Skip Bayless didn't, Stephen A. hasn't. They're disappointed in him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I haven't.
A man that will just. I bet you they say something crazy. Sorry.
Yeah, and we know who they are. That's all I'm saying. I haven't seen the negative backlash on Dawn. All the vitriol has been against Gino. All the negativity surrounding that incident has been against Gino.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so I haven't seen. Thankfully, I haven't seen that narrative.
People like that. When you go watch the press conference, which I'm sure you haven't, he's calm and he's explaining it, but then he doesn't want to
elaborate.
Oh, I saw it. I saw it.
No, not cooperate, but he doesn't want to. It's like,
he's deflecting.
It's a protocol, right? You all know that, right? Right? I don't know if anybody shook their head or whatever. Okay, so this is right? It's like Gino. Take accountability. If she didn't do it,
so what?
So what? I don't think so, but I think you got offended, but why? Did you feel dishonored by her? Did you feel disrespected? You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt bad. Okay, I saw him shaking his hand like, Don, where are you? Whatever. Yeah, okay, so Gino too old for that, by the way. Yeah, for black people, bro. Trust there are people looking at Don crazy. Yeah, I say trust that there are gonna be people that are looking at her crazy. Cursing and somebody she said I'll beat his ass or something like that.
She did. She said that.
She told that.
I didn't know she said that. So now you got her out of character, but yet you telling him he needs to be. But what about her reaction? Because
I wish she had.
She shouldn't have said none of that. She's supposed to be meek and mild and humble with with already your blood pressure's up and somebody's in your face like this, right? So at the same token. Now she is to blame because she didn't humble her, be meek about it and handle it later.
No, she didn't handle it. She didn't handle it well either in the moment. She handled it perfectly in the interview.
He did too.
Oh no, he didn't. No, he was. No, Gino didn't handle it perfectly.
Okay, what did Don do? Don barked at him back, and when they were pulling her away, she said, "I will beat his ass."
Yeah, she did. She said that. She said that. Yeah.
Probably more. Probably said more, but that's all we know.
That's pretty much what she said. That's pretty much it. That's the worst of what she said.
So, two wrongs don't make a right, but it
I
makes
agree.
but I don't look down on her for doing it, because that's a lot. But I just really think he should reflect on his behavior. And, I couldn't imagine him doing that to Coach Gottlieb. Like, she just would probably be hurt. Because she's not even going to fight. She wouldn't even react back to him like that.
Know who he wouldn't have done that to? He wouldn't have done that to Vic.
I don't think he's done crash outs. Wait, I feel like they have. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I feel like him and Vic have crashed out. I would have to look that up. I feel like I've seen, if it was one of them male coaches. I feel like, when he was at Mississippi State.
Okay. Could be wrong on that.
And I could be wrong as well. But I felt like there was something between about them. And there's not anyone old enough in the chat to tell me that. Because the Morgan player, did an Enrique on him and knocked him out, kept him out of the championship or Final Four. But anyway, enough of that. We're gonna have a lot of pieces on it. We're all gonna have time to calm down and reflect on it. Y'all think he's jealous of Don on the low? I mean, I think that
I don't know about jealous.
Anytime there's like a kind of like a changing of the guards happening. I mean, now he knows how Pat felt when there was a changing of the guards with him and her. Hold up. Well, that's how the narrative will change. Don't care. He would look better. This had simply apologized. I know. Viewers just took accountability.
Yep.
I know.
Yep. 100%.
Instead of mansplaining. That's terrible. It was really like a moment. It was an emotional moment. I love the emotional moment between Coach Vic and Rory. That really brought me almost to tears. And him really, because she was ready to break down. And the way he held her like a father.
Yep,
I think that. And I can respect him for that. And I felt like he let her down. Because she stuck with him through and through. He was there by her side through and through. And he just wanted to get that for her. It was the anniversary of the championship of Jody Conrad in Texas. And, I just really pray for Madison because I've always felt like Madison gets she gets too rattled. She gets too nervous. And I think it's some kind of mental block. The play was drawn up for her. She goes and slips on the floor, literally. Like, what was that? She couldn't handle it. She looked like a middle schooler. The
Stuff happens, man.
Too big. It was too big. And that's what happens. That's where you're gonna find that his Wi-Fi went down her phone. Look, that's where you're gonna find. Listen, guys, this is what makes champions, y'all. This separates the cream from the crop, okay?
There we go.
It just really does, right, Jacob? Me and Jacob have watched, you can say what you want about USC or Juju Watkins, but when Juju, we went down in the Elite Eight her first year, it hurt so much because we were the top seed and UConn was the third. And they had all these injured people on the bench, but they had experience. They had an experienced coach. But the fact that is, Juju showed up. She didn't fold under the pressure. She had 29 points. You feel me? Like, she redeemed herself the following year against them. And that's where cream of the crop, like, I never see her not rise to an important occasion. You feel me? And no, Iowa is not an important occasion to prove. You know what I'm saying? is, Big Ten, they did their best, and I don't like what Kiki said in that interview. I have a real problem with it.
What did she say?
Oh, Kiki, you're often. Are you talking about that? I wasn't happy at USC interview. Or are you talking about that?
Nah, she said I never heard that one, but just get the plan is to get the ball to Juju when they asked her. We were told to do that. Is that what you're saying, Kiki? Or you're just saying that's the plan? Like, who told you that? Do you think that is what it's just that simple? It's not just that simple. If Juju leads your team in assists and she's not even a point guard, then who the fuck is passing the ball? Obviously, it's her. So making that statement was a stain on Coach Gottlieb in our program. I never see Juju and her interact anymore after that. But I personally don't think that that's what Kiki meant. I think there was a language barrier. I think she should have expounded upon that.
I mean,
I remember hearing
I don't know. I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it.
I didn't like it because, well, it doesn't matter if I'm telling you, everybody here has heard it. So nice, Jacob, we've all heard it. You can go rewind it and hear it. The point is, when how you say, like, there's a way. I know what she kind of meant. Kind of like, Gina was like, I'm glad I got DT, or get it to Donna Taurasi. It's just a thing that you say. But the way she said it, it didn't come out right. It just didn't. And that's not what the plan was. And that's not what was going on. If you got people that can't even get the damn ball up the court, she has to come out of character and help you take the ball out. As a guard, that's probably, as an off guard, that's part of what we do. I say we because that's my position. And then you can start the offense as the second option from there. First is, the take the ball out, you bring it down the court, you pass it to either side. We've never started with passing it to, unless Rhea has to come up or something like that.
I didn't. I'm in me saying that I don't know. I didn't hear it.
You didn't have to say it.
Only point I'm making
but I'm telling you, and if you want to speak on, you can't.
So, if you will allow me to finish, all I'm saying is, I don't know what she said, but if she said what you said, even if it was true, she shouldn't have said it in the interview. To me, like that's undermining the team and the coach. You're right about that. I agree with you. Even if it was true, she shouldn't have said it.
Right. But late after watching, I assumed she meant that we will go to you when things get tough. That's what I'm thinking. But the way she's doing it and people are reading into it, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to go to her. Like, I love how you that's what we mean. Like, we know who our go-to person. Just like if you said Betts, nobody would have a problem. But you have a problem because when was it after the Big Ten halftime, when they pull the player aside, go to the halftime when they come and put the microphone. You can do it right now. And when you do that, it just lingers, and so nice, put it correctly. It's like, when all else failed, we're going to go to her. We're going to go to Betts. We're going to go to Camila Cardosa. We're going to go to Hannah. We're going to go to Paige. It's okay for everybody else except her. When one, she's a scorer. Two, she's a superstar. Three, she evidently became the national player of the year. You go to your best, your best option, if it is an option, if it is the best option. It might not have been the best option. Avery was hitting, Kiki was hitting here and there. TiVo got a little bit. Everybody was getting a little bit, here and there. We were starting to evolve. And I say that to say that, like, there was a discussion earlier, right? And basketball 308, he didn't come back. He was
He's not coming. He's hiding.
He was supposed to apologize, but he said, and this is what I'm looking forward to. Oh, girl, I don't remember that. Oh, well, you can go to it. Well, Sports, just pull it up. I'm looking forward to either one could win. Like, it's just a story behind UCLA. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to be on the West Coast, Big Ten. And then with South Carolina, they're going to prove a point with winning. And I want to see if Jacob knows what it is. Because we had this discussion today, and it's for non-South Carolina fans. What do they always say? Why South Carolina won't win?
The bigs.
Yep. You know, like a superstar big. Like,
yes.
Like,
yes.
Not that they don't have bigs, but they're superstar. So if they win, this should stop that conversation that she can't win without bigs. True or no?
Yep, you're right. You're correct.
Because I think they play as a unit, like everybody is doing something. I don't think they have that one. And I always felt like, damn, who is your one person that you can go to if you need a bucket? And I don't know. Some people say Joyce, I think.
No, you're right. It's Joyce. It's mainly Joyce or Tanaya.
Or when did Tanaya get into this? Recently?
Let me rephrase.
Raven?
She should be one of them. She should be one of them. That's my bad. Let me rephrase.
Yeah, she should be one of them. So
should be what? I'm sorry, I missed that.
I said Joyce. I think, is that your go-to person, or is it just everybody? I think it's everybody, but people say that it's Joyce. People said it is Joyce. He said Tanaya. I said that's of late. And then I was waiting for you to tell me who's their go-to person if they need a bucket. I'm asking
next you. Yeah, it's whoever is hot, whoever is making buckets. That's the thing with South Carolina. Is whoever is next woman is literally is next woman up. Hold on one second. I'm mute my TV.
We all love sports. You're funny as heck with that.
It's next woman up. So for me, the last game where a guy McKeer was hot. What did Raven do? Did y'all notice that? Raven kept feeding her the ball.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Raven was running the point, and she kept going. She was intentional about going to Gotti.
Absolutely.
Because Gotti was feeling it. She was hot. She was confident.
So my thing is this. Juju has done that, even though she wasn't the point. If you look at that UCLA second game, and when Avery started finding her shot, she would make a point to make sure that she got it to her. And even like I said, she's not. I think she was for a second. I don't think Tebow or Malia was in the game, but that's what you do. You go to who's hot. 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10 is Juju. But if it's Kiki, we go on to Kiki. It's just like that. But on a consistent basis, a lot of times it's just, one person. And so I love the fact that it's next man up for them. It's great to see it because UConn didn't have that. When they were trying to find it. Who was the person? Shade was hitting it. Sarah got off for her first 4. Sarah got going for a minute. But when they don't, I was shocked because Blanca couldn't get it off. She was met with the athleticism that she has. She was met with it on the other end in a big way. And McKeer is very long, athletic, full energy. I see why Raven fed her. Yeah, she was on. She just was in the right place at the right time, feet set, not off balance. This is why having leaders and building culture matters.
100%.
Oh, there was a question I wanted to answer. First of all, I think that Delhi gave her the blueprint to beat UConn, and he will give her the blueprint to beat UCLA. Argue with your mama. But he asked me a question. A Jew, forgot his name, Delhi, the assistant coach from USC. I was wondering if you think Don will use the Coach G method of attacking bets defensively. It would make sense.
Most likely.
All she did was have an athletic person like help side McCure or Joyce. You stay on your man until there's certain things that I can't remember. Somebody said it exactly what we know that Betts does. But here's the thing. Betts turned and shot a jumper over somebody. It was smooth as hell. So she's been adding something. But when in trouble, people go back to bad habits. So it would behoove her, and I'm sure he's going to tell her how we do it. Wendell Farrell is his name. So I really don't like talking about him. But
that's funny. That's funny.
No, it is funny. I don't. I could go on a rant about him, but I'm not.
Wait, Jew. You know what's funny? Remember when they were going? They were going after K9 for missing all that layup at the end. You know, USC fans were going on Twitter off on her. And guess what? You know what's funny? She didn't play a single minute in that Big Ten tournament because Lindsey G said, "Malia, get your ass off the bench. You're playing." And I think she was playing too well to the point that she didn't even get a single K9 didn't even get a single second, and she wanted them. She was one of the reasons why we won that Michigan game. I don't think
the Michigan game or you? Oh yeah, Michigan.
In the tournament.
But I think that if you remember, when Jude went down, and we played UConn, in both games she played extremely well. It was she played.
She did.
She did well. For us, I'm saying.
Listen,
but
anybody getting.
But listen, don't listen. Be well. I know how you feel about her. Okay, but you got to understand how USC fans feel about her. But I feel like, hey, you probably went home because you went that way because you wanted to be near home. She had things that she needed to work on. The same mistakes that you're seeing her make are the ones that Coach C was trying to help her with. And you as a freshman, but you come from a storied program, you're like the all shit and be all with you, Koval, and Silent Swords. As a matter of fact, I saw the game. Jay showed me the game where they beat the shit out of Etowanda, who became the California champion. And they're just, the big 5-star program type thing, And she just thought more highly of herself, like, oh, I'm gonna jump over here. This is what the fans used to. They're like, oh, so you thought you were just gonna go ring chase instead of being patient and getting the ring with us. That's just how they feel. And they feel like, yeah, this is the same thing that you're doing is what we're telling you that you how did you get better? Like, what did he do? You still did it.
So here's what I'll say to that. First of all, it's a brave new world with the NIL and the transfer portal being what it is. It's a brave new world. And I know you, Juju, you don't fault Heckle or Avery for leaving, especially knowing what y'all had coming in. You've said this. You don't fault them for leaving. And so for me, for anybody to be overly critical about little Kaylee Heckle in this particular game for making a couple of mistakes, missed layups happen all the time. They happen all the time. For anybody to be overly critical of Kaylee Heckle as if she was the person that was supposed to show up tonight for UConn. That's crazy. That's crazy.
No. They're not saying that at all. They're not saying that she should have showed up. K9 is hard on herself. She was hard. She was too hard on herself. I'm like, K9, yes, that could have been your legacy moment, but you didn't lose the game. I mean, technically, there were some moves in there that could have woke them up, but at the same time, I put more onus on your senior and your National Player of the Year.
Facts.
More than I ever would do K9. K9 was doing things that they weren't. She came to play. But, they are. But, when you leave a program, some people won't even speak on you at all. And I was kind of offended because she would have got a lot of minutes this year. We could have used her. And that hurt. And even if we did get Jazzy, Juju, Kennedy, Sanaya, and Sarah, you're the way that we play our minutes and stuff, you got 14 anyway on average. So you're still going to be playing, and you're going to be playing at a higher level with greater talent around you. And you're still going to be a part of the win. You might even share minutes. You could have given Juju, Jazzy a break, whoever's going to be our point. You would have been on the court. It wasn't like we getting Jazzy. We getting listen, a number one recruit and whatever the heck Kaylee was in that class. Kaylee was not 6. That's Kennedy. And then so that means Kaylee is a lot lower than that. So if I were her and my team is bringing in a highly touted player, especially a number one, it's only common sense that I may have to take a back seat. But you're not going to be forgotten. Coach Godley, if you can get on the court and you can keep up and you can play, she plays you. She goes through that bench. But if you're not developed to keep up in this particular high level game, you're not. So she thought enough of her to actually play her when it mattered. So that's it. Basically, I personally didn't have a problem because I've heard and I think it's true. They wanted to be close to home, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I can't argue with that. If it's because this is what I want to tell a lot of freshmen out there. You have to get through that first year. You're gonna hit a wall. You're gonna get so freaking homesick, during holidays if you can't go home because like some teams play on Christmas. Dawn had her team in Vegas for Thanksgiving. So any freshmen that she had or any transfers, and if they've never been away, especially freshmen, it's difficult. And that's how it forms that your teammates are your family. But it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen right away. And you get so, it's so painful for some people that, especially if they went across the country, it's become so painful that they make these emotional decisions that they may regret or may not. We'll see. Yeah, she was homesick, and you would see it on multiple blogs. And so, see, some people around her. I knew it was something like that. I really feel that that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, people get it in the portal for a lot of reasons.
But what people I don't like is you turn around and blame my coach for that, for this and that. I think you're thinking too highly of yourself to think to think like TiVo was a senior. We invited TiVo over here. When somebody's in their last year, like, be respectful. Like, you're not going to play over a senior. Look at Maddie. Maddie had been here the whole time. But you know what I'm saying? And Raven can easily go to 2 and easily can play a 1. But Tanaya came. And so it was like, it's her last year. She's a senior. Maddie, you got time. So I just think sometimes these kids, they run when there's adversity. 2, they don't trust the process. 3, they're chasing dollars. And I think that's the one that really upsets me with the NIL, because it wasn't meant for that. Agents getting involved,
Yeah.
AAU coaches, parents, greedy ass parents getting involved, and it's ruining it. It's ruining sport.
But here's the thing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jacob.
All right, so Ju, I had the conversation with my mom because she played a sport in college. She played softball in college D2, and this is what she would tell my mother and her siblings. She would set my grandfather, who played in the minor, or who could have played in the minors for baseball, said, work your ass off instead of pouting. If you're behind somebody, work your ass off to beat them or catch up to them. Don't leave. Stay. Try to catch up to them or be better than them. Don't
think
leave.
those days are over.
Yeah, those days are over, and that's what my mom hates about today's generation. They don't work their asses off.
Like compete for the spot.
Mm-hmm.
And make it so obvious that it gets questioned. And then wait and then be patient. Some people just want playing time and will try to go anywhere for it, only to possibly get disappointed still, because nothing is given, even when transferring. So, she's just a sophomore. It's not saying that we won't know if this is a mistake or not a mistake. I don't know. If her goal is to play in the pros and she feels that the coaching staff there can prepare, but the coaching staff where we were can do it as well. And I think when the backlash falls on us as doing something wrong, and she's a freshman, why the hell would who are you to think that you were supposed to play over who? Juju? Kennedy? Malia, I seen her get out one time and was just lost. Shoot, Ju passed her, Ju stopped passing her the ball, but then you shot in a big moment, you shot an air ball. But then there's the circus shots. You did that. You made some steals. And the minutes were perfect for her. That's it. All I'm saying. Enough of K9. Because I was just laughing because, Jacob, I will not even repeat the stuff that I was reading on Twitter. You probably saw it.
That's why I brought it up to you.
I won't even repeat it because but you know what? Those girls they're young. They're young.
Yeah.
It's fair because they're the same age as her. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's anybody seriously grown ass that is coming at her. You can't stop what kids do. Young people are gonna do to one another. It is what it is. That's what you talk shit, just like when NBA players, we're watching NBA players and stuff like that. And so everybody, I'm for this person, I'm for Kobe, I'm from LeBron. And then you look at that, and then he's dog water, it's just like that. Nah, I'm still referencing certain players hunting for new home, not specifically one player who hit the portal. It's about 500 in there now. It's 500.
Over 500.
Over 500, and we haven't even got to the day that you're supposed to do it. We haven't even got to that point yet. And it's another thing. The biggest thing for me is, that I love about it, is that the coaches, I've seen coaches cause people to go into deep depression, mental health, suicidal. They had too much oversight and power over us that could ruin us from finishing up there. And I know somebody that had sat the whole 4 years in football. And if he tried to leave, they was going to badmouth him to the other coaches because that coach had that kind of power. So he was stuck, being basically being a punch bag, probably, practice player, and he was how he taught it, but then he found this other running back that suited his, maybe had a higher IQ for the position. Who knows? Everybody's talking about Sarah Williams. I know we wanted her to come. They're talking about her draft stock tank. I mean, she went from a 19-10 at Wisconsin to what, average 4 points or something?
7, I think.
7 points. How many rebounds?
Like 4, 5.
Yeah. So it's not even guaranteed that it's a crap. You don't know if you leaving is scary. It's going to be the right move.
Yeah.
But today, Sarah, but RC, Sarah came out with 2 quick points. I said, if she can just get 6 or 8, that can help them going. That would be perfect.
And then ruined her momentum by taking her out early.
And then AZ didn't have it.
No.
Keonis was okay. KK wasn't adding to the offense. Sarah didn't really help. It was just sad.
Ju, I'm looking at the Talia's list for the entries for the portal. It is way over 500.
Kiki,
it's 550.
Wait, Sarah Williams suffered from the Kiki syndrome. Why would you say that when Kiki?
No way.
No. Kiki averaged with 14 or 17 points. And
she averaged 18. She averaged 18.
Yes. I don't understand why people are saying that Kiki was so bad when she averaged 18 points. How many rebounds?
I think like 8, and she was playing with Juju and Rhea, so that obviously she that's still pretty good rebounding stats considering she's playing with 2 rebounders. There was a
game where Kiki had 24 and Juju had 23. There was a couple of games that hey Banji baby, there was a couple of games she was the leading scorer. So I don't know what this whole thing about. What the hell did she do over Stanford? She didn't average no 18 points. What is it? I want to push back on that. When people start doing that, I push. Not that I'm not you. I'm not getting on you. But it's such a false. So nice. I'm not getting on so nice. I'm getting on those people that are listening that with this funky false narrative about Kiki Irfin and what she gained at USC. First of all, it was so rigid over there. She couldn't even venture out of the paint. At Stanford, she was uncomfortable because she came to be pushed by Gottlieb. Gottlieb is preparing you to go pro, and that's a highly touted position that she plays in the pros. And most of them fours are stretch. Asia, Satu, Breonna Stewart, you're going against the best. Nafisa Collier, what do you see them doing? Shooting threes, shooting 18-footers, shooting middies. She's trying to get Kiki to do the same. Kiki Irfin. So trying to say that Coach Gottlieb ruined her, I don't know what you're talking about. You're just saying that second spot, she was projected at 2 and went 4. 2 spots down. And the 2 spot, Seattle wanted Dominique Malunga. It's just that simple, not Kiki Irfin. And she's better for Washington anyway. You don't just take her because you think she just, and they want to develop. They were thinking long term. And then Sarah, I think she disappeared out of the first round. Probably. Yeah, all the good fours are stretch. And Kiki's doing great so far. But if she learned that with us, why are we not getting the credit? Oh, she ruined her. I mean, I want to punch people in the face when they say it. All you content creators with your bullshit saying that because you see a number 2 or 4 going this way or that way, it's not guaranteed, it's predicted, but you don't know what those teams want. Kiki didn't suffer playing at USC. Stop the BS.
She only won down 1.4 points. She averaged 19.4 at Stanford. Her junior.
Yeah, exactly. And you're playing with a superstar.
Yeah.
And you have, first of all, you had plenty of time to score is exactly what Juju scored, which is 24 points, almost 24 points a game, right? She had
23.9, you're correct.
Yeah, Kiki had that a few times. She had two people can score 24 points. Juju went down playing with her to give up her uses. She averaged 27 as a freshman. She dropped. Does that make Juju? No, it made it better because it was like, one day it's you, one day it's me, one day it's Kennedy, one day it's Rhea, one day it's Avery, one day it's, and it goes on and on and on. So anyway, Sarah Strong in that 55, like, so.
Oh, I can't redo.
How about this? Everybody talked about Dawn. You asked me controversial things about Gino and Dawn, and we talked about the controversial things of K9. Why didn't nobody talk about Sarah Strong and Gino saying that they were grabbing on her and pulling on her, because the Gamecocks can be kind of feisty and rough, but it's a myth. They reach in, hand his ball. They'll do that, but this myth of them being they're aggressive to the ball, but there's a difference. They're not as physical as previous teams. They're not assault and battery Aaliyah Boston. Sorry, no, they're not. They're not beating up on you. It looked like it even when they played us. It looked like it, but they're not. They're not. They didn't rip her shirt. She ripped her shirt like the Hulk. And they found it out later. It's like they looked at it. It's like she looked down. She was like, you look down, and it's like, no, you didn't look down and be like, oh, is my shirt tore? You. Did anybody see that? Sarah Strong needs more help going forward. But this is what she's going to deal with next year. They get Facosa. I like Facosa from Christ the King. It's a big. But, she's a big. I'm going to watch her, and you guys can watch her too at the Nike Hoop Summit and watch her in the Jordan Classic. But I liked her in the McDonald American. But I'm like, Sarah, you're going to know what Juju has gone through since she was a freshman. If it freaked you out to have somebody guard you like Raven or Kennedy, when Kennedy held her, and Joyce, they put multiple bodies on you, sweetheart. And if you got close to the paint, you was gonna have to meet the wrath of South Carolina. But how many times has Juju had to do that and still average 24 points? There's no excuse. You are bigger than Juju, wider than Juju. I didn't say taller because you're probably the same height.
Yeah, they're both 6'2".
And you're strong.
No pun intended.
She's a systems player, not a 1v1 savant. Thank you, Kyrie. But he said, I want her to shoot more. I want her to be more aggressive. He said, I want her to be like Diana Taurasi.
He tried to use Paige Becker's method last year. And he
tried it early on. But she's going to have to step up to that. Take over. I have to go take Bougie downstairs.
I got you. What's good, chat? What's good? All right, let me read the chat. All right, you already read that. Okay, RC, Ju, Olivia, with Costa by herself is not enough. I promise you. Yeah, I agree. They have Blanca, they have Sarah, and they have Olivia. The other guy. Oh Lord, that's gonna be bad. Banji Baby, Juju. Oh my bad. Banji Baby, Jersey would have been the answer UConn needed for next year. I think South Carolina will win it next year too, with the healthy players coming in plus Jersey. And I don't know about that. I know you're saying probably. I know you said I think, but I'm not fully sure. Because you have Juju, Jazzy, Sanaya, Sarah, Satea, and Kennedy all playing next year, and I know they want to come for blood. Considering what Juju said today what Juju sent me, sorry, that Juju is motivated because UCLA is in the Final Four for back-to-back years. And now that they're in the championship, she's even more motivated. And if they win, she's going to even be more motivated. And I know all the USC players are going to be motivated in that sense because they don't want to see them win. And they know they should have won last year before Juju went down. I know they're all pissed off about that still. So, actually, I'm not sure if they are, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were. But, yeah, I know they're going to try to go. They're going to want to go after UCLA next year. They're going to come for their necks. Vasoka and Thayer seem similar. I haven't seen much of her, so I can't really comment on that. I could see a better fit of Jersey on UConn. Fair enough. Next year, these teams got to go through USC. That's correct. Jacob, I'm shaking in my boots. That SE defense isn't going to be nothing to play with for my. Oh my God! Holy crap! My bad, yo. Jacob, I'm shaking in my boots. That SE defense ain't going to be nothing for my Bruins to play with. Yeah, that's fair. RC, that's what I said too. They said Paige couldn't have done it without help when it was the other way around. Exactly, RC. Yep, Jacob. Yeah. Bruh. I don't know how the game in 2 days is gonna go. I don't know how that's gonna go because oh man, that's gonna be a game. What is this? Oh, hold up. Okay. Yeah, people were telling me she's the number one pick in the draft. All facts because AD felt that pressure tonight. Yo, wouldn't even. That's funny. Yep, she got cooked and clamped really badly. That was funny too. Jacob, would you still take 81 because I think she got a little exposed tonight? She wouldn't really get her shot off, and when it did, it was erratic. No, I'm not taking her. I'm not taking her number one. I'm not taking her number one. Give me Lauren Betts. No, actually, give me Angela Dukulich for number one pick. Give me Angela Dukulich. Give me Angela Dukulich. Give me Hannah Stokey. Are you sure, Banji baby, that Owl is gonna go number one? Are you sure about that? Oh Lord, I'm not even supposed to show that. Ball and chill. I still can't get over the fact that you have. Yeah, I know, RC. I'm trolling, bro. I'm trolling. Ball and chill. I still can't get over the fact that you have Jaddy Davison in a tiara as your picture. I can't get over that. Oh, it definitely is. The W don't give up. That's fair. Oh my God, people are gonna be so mad if that happens. That's gonna be hilarious. I can't lie. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, watch out for you. I am. Oh my God, I think I messed up the lyrics. Let me see. That's cute. She's definitely a little princess. No comment. I can't comment on that. Yeah, actually, no. She's cute. She's cute. Shit. I don't want to talk about that. If we win the title on Sunday, then maybe Bets will go actually number one. I got RC. Stop it. Stop it. Hell no. LOL. Listen, I was not Malonga. I'll say that at least. Yeah. Bet's going 3. Wait. Hold up. Benji, baby. You got Awa Fam, AZ Fudd, then more bets? Is that what you're telling me? So nice. 3470. I mean, Texas just would. Oh my God. I mean, Texas was just weird today. Like, I never thought that would happen. They went to Antarctica. Banji, are you sure AZ's going to go number one after that horrible performance today? Because Lauren Betts literally was one of the reasons why they won. Actually, a big reason why they won. Because UCLA couldn't hit shit from 3. And she literally sealed the game with that block on Booker. RC, Texas be choking like a mug. Yup, Madison Booker. Why would Seattle team up Betts with Malonga and Egg? That's funny. Madison Booker still has that choke label on her. Hannah Hidalgo lifted it. But Madison Booker is still a choker. Congrats, Hannah Hidalgo, for lifting the Sweet 16 curse. Madison Booker, you're still a choker. A big one at that. Jacob, Madison Booker at the Walmart grapevine, Kevin Durant. I know that I'm not even putting him in that her in that conversation. Cause man, oh man, she went like, what did she go? Like 4 for 24 or something like that? RC, they may give up that number. Oh my lord. Holy crap. Sorry, y'all. RC, they may give up that trade if Betts go number one. Damn. Katie would never. Texas could do what pleases fan, get AV or draft what they need, a solid big with footwork. That's not Bet, it's Awa. How tall is Awa? If he's less than 6 foot, then I'm crashing out because there's no freaking way that they're getting Awa Fam, a girl that's less than 6 foot. If I'm correct, I might be wrong. I'm usually wrong, so please correct me on that. Over a 6'7" demon in Lauren Betts. 3 for 23, close enough. Don't do that. Madison is great tonight. Don't do that. Madison is great tonight with just over. Oh my. Don't do that. Madison is great tonight with just a learning experience. If Paige wants AZ, we all know they're gonna cave in. Haha, Booker. Haha, Booker does play like Katie, and ironically, that's one of her mentors. Yep. She scored 6 points, 6-6. I think. Okay, thank you, Kyrie. Thank you, Kyrie. I think. How is that gonna work? RC. We already got. Okay, RC, RC. Are you trolling me, brother? Are you trolling me? How is that gonna work? Six on paper at least. No, RC. Yeah, please no. Please no. That's not gonna work. That means you have like 4 number 1s on your team And that's going to be hell. Well, Juju and well, they all passed, so never mind. Behind. Y'all would have. I get it, RC, but I don't know if that's gonna. I don't know how that would work. It's college, is it not the NBA? I get it, but no. Oh yeah, no, they would. No, they're gonna send us to hell. If that happens, we're going to hell. Vic Schaefer is gonna crash out. He's gonna take off his. He's gonna take off his jacket. He's gonna take that stuff off. He's gonna rip it off, and then he's gonna throw it onto the. He's gonna go into the office and throw it at him because he's saying, "Y'all really let this happen? Y'all really let this happen?" Gino's gonna crash out again. He's gonna call the office saying, "Y'all a bunch of bitches." Dawn, she's probably not gonna give a shit because she's gonna cook. Kim's gonna crash out. Looking like the woman from 101 Dalmatians. But yeah. Height doesn't matter when Angel busted Beth that. Okay, there's a difference though. There's a difference though. There's a difference though. The Lauren Betts from 2 years ago is not the same Lauren Betts now. He's going to throw that jacket from the office. I can't, bro. Archie, you're a comedian. Even though if you ever come up here on the panel, if Ju ever invites me back, and you come up, I'm going to flame your ass. Exactly, Jacob. Oh, we're going to go to hell. We're going to go to hell. Angel will still tear up Beth this May. I get you. We don't know how Iowa's going to do, though. We don't know how Iowa's going to be. And Beth Woody said, no, no, no. No, no, no. Texas, you going bye-bye tonight. You going to Cancun. Warren Betts versus Medina Ocots. Oh, yeah, that's illegal. Wait, Kyrie. You're forgetting somebody. You're forgetting somebody on that defensive end. Kyrie, don't do that. Don't do that. You forgot a few people, actually. Kyrie, don't do that. You forgot a couple people. I heard it, at least it was a decent watch. I'm on the other side of the world and missed it. Where are you at? That's why it's illegal. You forgot Kennedy and Juju. It's Anaya. Jacob, who's gonna be my damn Bruce next year? We have to hit the portal like nobody's been. Y'all, hey, RC. Y'all probably get hold up. Sorry, Soul Nice. RC, you know what's gonna happen? Y'all gonna get Addison Deal. Y'all gonna get Addison Deal. That's fair, Brandy Baby. That's fair. It was like, damn. Right, Jacob. The best defender, her name is Ken Dog and Jew. Yeah. It was like 16-20 at halftime. That game was I can't, bro. Watch take the obvious one. Kyrie! You making it seem like they're not gonna be here by saying that. UCLA will probably get deal with just thinking about that in Crooks. How do I say goodbye? Jacob, so Addie oh my. Sorry, y'all. Jacob, so Addie finna go from my Hawkeyes to my Bruins. Okay, that's cool. She's staying in the house. I think Kennedy's gonna have a breakout season. Yeah, I think so. People are saying we don't know how to use her, which is funny because she really got a bunch of weapons around her. and she was literally injured for majority of the year. And scoring's not really her job. It's defense. Scoring is a bonus. If we get, so I think she averaged like 12 points this year. So if we get like 15, 14, 15 a game from her, that's a bonus. Yeah, it's like a 3-point difference, but it's a bonus. Hey, wait. Also, you know why? Because Jan Jensen said, no, fuck you. Sit on the bench. Kyrie Fenerbahce or whatever the heck her name is. Sorry. Go start for me. Oh, now you know. Goddamn. Sorry, Kyrie. LOL. Now you know. I think Kennedy's the best defender in the league. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I want Jan Jensen fired, but y'all don't. Oh, my bad, Kyrie. Just point out the obvious. Addie averaged 5 points this year. I'm so angry. Hey, you got a Cali kid go to Iowa and she dipped. That's diabolical. Yes, Jensen should have played Deal more. Benji, to me, she did. But I know what you mean, scoring-wise. Yeah, I think Kennedy knew that she wasn't going to be a scorer like that coming to USC. I think she knew that when she committed. And everybody saw that video of Kennedy committing and then Juju running towards her like she's a freaking trophy case. Or lifting up like that one, lifting up that, I think it was lifting up. It's like that scene from The Lion King. Juju literally lifted Kennedy up like that. And Lindsey Gottlieb literally was crying in the office when Kenny Smith came in. So all those people are saying, oh, Lindsey Gottlieb doesn't like Kennedy. Oh, Juju doesn't like Kennedy. All that bullshit. That video shows you proof that they do. She didn't play her, so we could have a few more. All while Oh, yeah. I knew when we struggled versus. I think everybody knew that, RC. And then y'all got your asses beat by Virginia. Anna Stokey couldn't make free throws after faking a flagrant flop. I think Juju sees the chat because she's moving the thing. Kennedy to USC, Draymond to the Warriors. I would say a little more valuable than that. I know what you mean, but a little more valuable than that. Jacob asked yeah, she's gonna. I think she sees the chat. Man, Jacob, what happened? Over a little. She's an energy player, and a lot of my people have told me this. So the thing about me, I'm not gonna think I actually know. Oh my god, the thing about me, I'm not gonna act like I know everything. So I'll say that people told me this. People were telling me that Hannah Stokey was a energy player that hustled a lot. Okay. All right, so I'm going to read it one at a time, so if I don't get to your comments right away, sorry. Tonight Hall of Game, yes. I want Kennedy's PG next year, not Jazzy, to be honest. Kyrie, so here's what's funny. I saw a tweet earlier saying Kennedy can't be the PG. She's going to have to accept the 6-man rule, or she transfers. And then they said, I wish Beth and Lindsay can get out of the voodoo curse of what Kennedy put on them. I was like, what the hell? Not gonna lie, Kennedy was I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Can y'all tell me that, please? Sorry. Because I know Draymond can be a dumbass. I gotta grab me a Sanaya Hall jersey for USC. I'm that much of a fanboy already. Kyrie crazy as hell. Hell no. She don't turn the ball over a lot. That's true. Bro, F no. Okay, so I'm going to ask y'all this. Who do you think should be the PG for USC? Or at least handling the ball? Or listed as PG that they're going to announce in the lineup? I want y'all answers in the chat for that. Who do you think should be at the PG position they're going to list? Juju? Okay. Okay, I got y'all. That might be true, but how many people are going to take it seriously with 5'3" guard? Fair enough. Jazzy and Juju will be the best backcourt in women's basketball. I hope so. Juju walking, Juju period, Juju looking to Juju running the point hour, bringing the ball up the court with Jazzy, 2-0 both for Juju. Let me see something. Yeah, okay, 2-0 for Juju. Yeah. No.
Yeah, Juju's off the ball. But hey, listen, let me jump in. Just be open, guys, to what Gottlieb wants to do. We play positionless basketball. And you don't have to worry about who's running point and, whether it be Kennedy, Juju, Jazzy, whether, Juju's going to be a completely equipped and advanced player, meaning she doesn't have to do as much now anymore. And she probably would take more threes with ease. Like for her threes will be like shooting a 2 for others. And because teams have to pick their poison,
Yes.
She's not going to be heavily guarded because it's going to leave the wrong person open. Now, Sanaya, we're probably going to let her cook because she's a great passer, but when she's got the ball, she's going for it. Like at first, like if I ever gave it to Kiki in the paint, I don't expect it to come back out. And she can go in and she can go out. And then Jazzy's such a complimentary role player that it's like, in transition, Juju and them know how to pass it way past half court to her on the sprint. And she got all this room to come like an airplane downhill. And did you see when Makir did today? And she caught that and she laid it where I've been trying to tell people to lay the ball. Her hand is almost near the box. You got to go all, when somebody's chasing you down, you have to go all the way. You don't lay into it where they can block it. I was so proud of her. You see where I'm going with that?
Yeah.
And that's what you see happening, and that's how it's going to go. It's by committee. It's like position. It's like if you got the rebound, take it, go. And everybody will feel the lane, and somebody will trail. But you know who I'm really impressed with, and I'm going to watch tomorrow morning, she's playing for the championship. And it's Saturday, Jacob, so you should be able to look in on DME Academy and watch our Sarah OKK. Please.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about something else. My bad. Yeah, I got you.
Dribble handoff committee. I feel you so nice. I mean, let me tell you something. We're going to be like the Showtime Lakers. It's going to be so freaking fun to watch us. I mean, people are going to tune in, one, because you want to hate watch, and two, because you want to see Juju. but you're gonna be impressed. And I pray that whenever they begin to work with each other this summer, and they work like you, South Carolina looks so in shape, but UCLA did too. But they look so in shape with their conditioning and their training. It's carrying them all the way into postseason. So we're gonna have to do that all the way in postseason. And Kennedy, she's gonna be fine. She just hardened herself, and it's really hard to play with players that aren't at the level that you are. That's why you see Jazzy and her have this connection.
Yes.
When you know what I mean, Jacob. That's why you see her like they kind of do a 1-2 thing, because Jazzy did this wraparound pass to Viv, and she wasn't even ready for it. Just slapped her all up in the face and went out of bounds. You feel me? Like she's not gonna have that kind of thing anymore. So you kind of have to slow up with them and almost guide it to them, and then you don't know what they're gonna. It's not any of that anymore, and so everybody's gonna be. And Sanaya is Jacob. I don't know about this though. Sanaya already talking shit. Every time they ask her, she said, she said, you know how Juju said, well, my goal is to win. You know
oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Sanaya's like,
we're
going to win a national championship. I was like, Sanaya, we don't talk like that. Why did you say that? But she's a talker. So I'm like, oh, shit.
Dude, they were messy with that graphic though, only putting the 4. That's it, and not adding Sarah.
Oh, I didn't see it, Jason. Julie, you didn't see it. That's why when you said when it was in our Discord.
Yeah, I think it was
the last picture. I didn't really look at it.
Yeah, they only showed Juju, Sanaya, Jazzy, and wait, who was it?
Yeah.
No, not that one. Not the one in the Discord. It's something else. And I talked to Mike about it. He said they were messy about it. It was like adding it was Juju, Sanaya, Jazzy. No. It's it had something to do with number 1. Hold on, where is it at? Here, I'll look for it while you keep going, so I don't hold it up. I'm gonna find it.
Sarah, ball long term, no. Juju should be more on ball. It's gonna be a little bit of both, because you gotta remember she's a redshirt junior. The players that she played that come to play with her and a coach, and so you're gonna have more of a ability, which I don't think that Tebow and K9 and Avery really had. Until they really saw her elevate her game in front of their eyes like Superwoman when she went off at Galen against UCLA.
Okay, I found it. It was a graphic of Juju, Jazzy, Sanaya, and Satea. And people were asking where's Kennedy and Sarah in that graphic.
Man, they're just being messy.
Yeah, that's what Mike told me. And I said, I think that's just the number 1 overall the recruits that they got.
Obviously, Sarah is there. And I hear all the, yes, positionless next season, but they're all like, Kennedy this, Kennedy that. Hey, we'll wait and see. If she was going to do it, why don't she just do it now? So
that's what I told Mike.
That's my girl. That's my dog. That's my, Juju is my namesake. That's my heart right there. That they're nothing. I don't even need the words. I don't even need giving her words. But Ken Dog is a type of player that you want to have start on any team. And it's not all about offense. It's when she brings the offense up to her defense, she would be deadly. But she's always been selfless and selfish. And she's going to get hers. She's going to get her points. But that defense is going to be even more amazing. She is so freaking athletic and so strong. And let me tell you, I had to do what she did, where I was a 2 guard that had to lock up the point guard and go 94 feet several times in the game. And let me tell you, your legs are gone. And what do you need to shoot outside? Your legs. So she's going to get even stronger, even more in shape. But don't ask a person like that to also be at high usage. Did Juju do it? She was special. And she's generational. And she's head and above the shoulders. This is the funny thing. When they say if Juju comes out in 2028, I see people, well, Sarah Strong's going to go number one. And I'm like, why? How? You got to have a culture. She's going to be global. She's international. Every time she goes to play, you got fans in the stand from the opposite team wearing their shirts wanting to meet her. Who does that?
Not a lot of people.
Who does that? Who has that type of aura? And when you meet her, if you guys ever go to see her play, or you ever go where she's speaking, or whatever the case may be, when you actually are in her presence, it is not anything like, you're just blown away because she's really like listening, and she's really humble, and she gives you the attention, and then she's gonna move on. But like when I showed her my shoes and she gave me the high five and a hug, and where did I get it? And we're just talking like normal, like. But the aura on the court is off the chain. It's kind of scary. It's kind of scary, y'all. It's kind of scary. That's why I miss it so much. I mean, sometimes I watch her play and I can't, me myself, I can't, like, I think she's going to go this way and she does something else. And it's real calm. It's real simple. It's real smooth. It's just her style. But I think she makes her shots harder than she needs to. And when she realizes how, like, go to the open space instead of this way, like, she's going to work. She's working on all that. Yeah. Kennedy's body type is off the chain. She's like she had trimmed down, but she still got the quads. And, she got guns, but she's really strong. But I seen her leap up in the air. What a pass. Did I nail it? Did I nail it so nice? I nailed it, right? When I was talking about Juju, right? But Kennedy as well. Like, the thighs, the quad muscle with the elongated calves. And then her, she's got guns, right? And we hug every time. If I look at her, like, she knows, like, we just got this thing. And she leaped up in the air and snatched the ball out of the air, trying to go cross court. You know how you make that cross court pass? It scared me. It looked like a superhero. I was like, did she just jump up in the air? I mean, there's a way that you jump up in the air. I was athletic like that, but the way that was too high for her to jump up and get, Jacob. It was just no way. Why did you even go up that high? I've never seen anything like that. Jazzy too. Jazzy. Who did she block, Jacob? She blocked Tanaya. She blocked. That wasn't a foul on Joy, but she blocked somebody and almost pinned it to the backboard. Jazzy. But how she hit it and it was like off the back and caught it.
I don't remember, honestly.
Oh my God. I seen Kennedy look and take a shot out the air that somebody tried to shoot in front of her. Just crazy stuff. Crazy athletics. And it's just fun. And I really I am so happy about Sarah. Okay. I thought I was happy about Taya, but Taya was on live. She was like, don't put all that expectation on me. And it's like, Taya, you're being humble, but yeah, you are young. But Sarah Okeke, when her legs spread wide and the things that she's doing, we need this girl. Jacob was not satisfied until he said, I need another big. I said, we got Taya and Laura, and I'm not going to mention anybody else because I don't want to hear you. And then, so when finally Sarah said, he still was kind of, I was like, Jacob, please go watch Sarah and tell me what you think. I hadn't even seen the clips. When I seen the clips, I was in heaven. If she picks her spot the way pick your spots the way Blake does with her shot creation should go on. So you know what I'm talking about, Kyrie. When I say that, she makes it a little harder than she needs to. You pick your spots, you're off ball, And even when you're on ball, it's like you get to the open space, and the ball with those girls is going to find her. And even if she has ball, get to the open space. Yes, there's time where you Euro make the team run into each other, or if you're getting double, you take on one so that the other can't take on. But and she's special with being able to dribble sideways and step through. That's great, but you're making it too hard. There's she gonna get better with her shot creation. That's all. She's just making it a little bit too hard. I think opposing coaches complain to the refs about Kennedy because they can't run their offense. She said. So they do this. They slightly moving screening. She's getting knocked to Kingdom Come. She's gonna slide through. They do that really well. But sometimes she's been hit so hard, like with the moving screen or screens in general. Like, not that she doesn't see them coming, she does. But she's trying to get, because if I have the ball and you set a screen for me, my famous thing when I'm curling is to rub shoulders with you. That's how I was taught, so the defender can't get through. But she was beating Sarah to the spot. It's like she knew where Sarah was gonna go. And Sarah got startled because it was like she knew exactly where she was going. It's like she's like a defensive back. She knows where everybody's going to do, and she's going to beat you to it. And if you change direction, she knows how to move her hips and move her feet and slide and get there. And that's the thing I don't see a lot in basketball. Like move your feet. Don't cross over when you're sliding. Defensive drills. Get to the spot before they do. Matter of fact, Hannah does what I do. What Hannah says is, when you're like guarding somebody coming down the court and they're just kind of coming at you and you're just going back. No, sweetheart, you're supposed to, you jab it. You make them go where you want them to go. They go this way, and then they're zigzagging, and you're just sliding. You're just going with them. No, sweetheart, no. On defense, in between all that, I'm sizing you up, and I'm jabbing at you and making you have to put it behind your back and go the other way. Then you go that way. Then I'm jabbing and I'm cutting that off so to make you go that way. By that time, my hand is right here, and you're trying to do the crossover. Boom. And that's how Hannah's killing them. She's the aggressor, not them, not the person with the ball. Can stop, cross, and turn around fade is deadly. Oh yeah, the little ballerina move. Her little so nice. I can picture it exactly. Yeah, the ballerina move. I seen her do this one where she dribbled it behind her back in between the legs and caught it like that, and was trying to do a move. She got better at dribbling too. You go back to what you said, leaning on raw instincts. She does that, and her bag gets even deeper in the W. Yep. You gotta have that stuff that's not teachable. And Juju has it. Kennedy has it. You gotta have that raw instinct about when you play, and they play a lot of it. So it's kind of like people get mad and like, I don't know what Gottlieb runs. No, it's because we don't have. There's some sets, some things I'm sure that are set plays, but it's a read and react. And Gino mentioned it recently. He mentioned it in detail. Like, maybe I should go to that and let them play. And let them girls play, because tonight everybody knew what they were gonna do before they did it. And I know that was Delhi, because you didn't figure it out last year. You did exactly what USC does to beat them. And once I saw that, and once I remembered that Wendell Farrell was over there, I was like, I know he told us all our secrets of how to stop them. And he's going to do the same thing for UCLA. So South Carolina is going to win it. And if they don't, it's because UCLA is going to start to play on raw instinct. She's been, it's Brady, it's 11. She's like, go to bed, mommy. This is bougie. Say hi to the camera, mama. Say hi to the camera. Can you see her?
Yeah, I can see her. That's funny.
That's bougie. Come on, bougie. Show everybody. You gonna look at the camera? I don't know. Can you guys see her?
We can see her.
Okay. See her ears go up. Yeah, she got.
Yep.
She my big girl. She my friend too. Hi, mama. She wants to. Yeah, especially when they're like puppies or when they're young. Oh my God, they're hilarious and just I gotta be careful because they have a tendency, I learned, but she hasn't had this, to have collapsed spines and you have to get major surgery and it's really painful and sad to see. But you don't want them jumping off, high things, and because they'll go crazy. They don't care. They'll try to leap and they'll be jamming at first, and then eventually that spine starts to wear down. But they are funny, just silly, especially when they get the zoomies. You go to sleep. Good night. Good night, mama. But so tonight, Jacob, was so fun. It's so fun to watch it. I don't know if I could watch those games again because they're kind of the medical bills will be crazy if that happened. Oh, the other thing about them is be careful what you feed them. They're really allergy prone, and a lot of people don't know how to keep their coats good. It's prebiotics, probiotics. I give them supplements. I give them joint supplements, and I found out that chicken makes her scratch and itch. Some of them might be such in bad shape because the owners aren't able to afford it or keep up with it. So you can't, not only they're expensive now, but you're gonna have to, spend a little bit on them to do that, to keep up, with the care of them. Or they're gonna scratch themselves to death, itch their ears. I could tell when their ears bother them. I just get this medicine. It's like $30. And I just pour it in her ear, and then it goes away. But if you wait too long, then you're going to get an ear infection. So, but her coat is great. I found the right stuff. And so I know how to combat everything so she's not getting like jacked up like that. But I see the Frenchie stories, and it just breaks my heart. I know exactly what it is. You can't just feed them anything. Don't be giving them human food. Anyway, tonight, it was some crazy basketball, Jacob. It was kind of sloppy, but it was exciting and heartbreaking. Bracket busted, but in a good way, because I always say I want to see upsets.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's all. I'm excited for it. And I'm excited because I know who's leaving, I know who's coming back, and I know who's coming in. And I'm excited that we're gonna be back. We're gonna be back in the ecosystem. Eating folk, you gonna have fun, Jacob. It's gonna be fun. You gonna be, as soon as your face come in other people's panels, they're like, oh shit, there's that Trojan. They be like, what are they gonna say? What are they gonna say? Because we only lost 3 games, right, Jacob?
Are you talking about?
We lost to Iowa. We lost.
Oh, my bad. Yeah,
no,
I got you.
No, 4. We lost to
No,
Notre
you're
Dame.
right. We lost 3 with Juju because she wasn't there for the UConn one. So 3 with Juju, 3 with Kennedy. We lost 3 with Juju and 3 with Kennedy because she wasn't there for Notre Dame. So with those 2, we lost 3, but everybody else we lost 4.
But regular season, it
3.
was 3.
Well, 2 in the actual regular season.
Does the conference championship count? So then be 3.
Not in the. I would necessarily don't count that in the regular season because
because regular season it was 2 because that's how we won the championship, not because of the non-conference.
Yeah,
we won 1. We lost 1 in conference.
November. Oh yeah, my bad. I got it confused. Yes.
Yeah, and then the tournament.
Yeah.
So we won. So we were doing good. I don't understand why we failed anybody. Like why do you say we failed Kiki, or why did we fail Avery and Canine? Like I mean, damn near undefeated. Like we won regular season. They said, what did you win? I said, first for Juju, we won the Pac-12. We won a tournament in Palm Springs. Before that, we won the Hall of Fame, won our game in the Hall of Fame series freshman year. Then we won the Big Ten regular season. Like, we were still a top seed. I don't understand. 2 regular and 1 conference championship and 1 in tournament. Yeah, so I mean, I don't understand. Why was that? It made me feel like that was like a bad season or something. And nobody beat us ever by 20 points.
No.
That year? We never lost by 20. Like Juju had, I don't even think yet that has happened. She hasn't, like, it was, because remember we talked about, it was like, only person that did it was Utah.
Yeah, twice. No, we lost to Utah twice. I don't know if it was by 20 twice, but I know it was.
I don't know if it's by 20 either, but we never been like blown out, So it's gonna be different, guys. It's gonna be great. Texas, you got some people coming in. Get excited about that. You had a fantastic season. Give it up to South Carolina. Fantastic. UCLA, I'm really excited for you guys, even though you're my rival, but proud of you guys. Like, you did that. You deserve that. You deserve to go to the championship. It's time. Like, you got the seniors. Go for it. Do your thing. Do your thing. You're going to go. They are going to be historically famous in Westwood forever, because this is huge if they win it. And then Dawn, she's going to be lauded as, like, finally she's got an incredible coaching staff and herself to because I never saw that coming. So that's all I'm going to say, Jakey Jake. So I'm going to watch the DME, go do something tomorrow, and then we're going to be back at it for March Madness. Happy Easter, and then March Madness. And it's going to get quiet around the city when South Carolina and UCLA play, and South Carolina are going to come out blazing to get this game over with. Okay? I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of Raven, man. I'm like, this is huge for her, because we talked some crap about her. She was getting raked over in the coals. And she is so confident right now. It's not even funny. So, what's your last words, Jakey?
It's good. Oh Lord, that's funny. I'm not even mad at it. Hold on, let me read the comment real quick. June Jacob, great show later. Okay, gotcha. So nice. Nothing much. Just saying that I hope UCLA wins.
RC got it right. It's hard to say, huh? I know you're struggling over there.
What do you mean?
To say UCLA, huh?
No, I hope UCLA wins. My mom used to work there as a nurse, so that's fair enough.
Yeah, I used to love that campus. I have friends that play ball there, and I'm being honest. Like, do your thing, guys. Keep it in the Big Ten. That's what I want to keep it in the Big Ten for the next several years. All right, peace, ball and chill. Solar Nice, Kyrie. Thank you for hanging and staying up. You guys, all your comments are beautiful. I love it. I don't know. I think long term, Juju should be more on ball by next season. She should have a page year and play out of position. Oh, I was curious what he meant by that, though. Out of position? Like a wing or something?
Probably.
Or point? She might handle the ball like that. Yeah, we'll stay safe. You guys stay. You're rooting for Don. Okay. Oh, this is going to be great. We got people all over the place. We're going to have people all over the place. So, but I just want to, if UCLA do it, I'm going to be like, oh.
I know. That's going to, who's going to piss that?
Corey can't do it. Corey can't close.
You know what's funny? You know who's going to get pissed off? That's going to piss Juju off even more next year. That's going to piss off all those girls next year. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Okay, we're going to beat your ass now.
Yep.
No, we already know Juju and them are gonna roll in South Carolina like goons, like thing.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
here. I know that. They want
Did you hear
their
what she
heads.
said
I know
today?
that.
She's like, "Yeah, I'm looking forward. I'll be ready by next year." She said, "I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to playing some team." Like she knows, and when she said, "I'm looking to play," who are you? You don't even know the schedule. Who are you looking forward to playing? You already talking about the Big Ten, or who are you looking forward to play? That's That's her little way of telling you what I told you. She's taking notes. I said she's keeping receipts. I seen people laughing at her team and different things like that. She knows, and she's coming for all to avenge all of that. Trust me. So trust me, because I said it last year when she cried the freshman year. I said she's never gonna let UConn beat her again. And I said you made her cry, and she's coming back to avenge that. And they were like, but they got to play in. They told me, but she got to play in stores. She got to play in UConn. I said, I don't give a fuck if she play on the moon. She's pissed. Hey, I don't.
You
I'm
don't
just
make the rules. I
repeating
get
what
it.
I heard her say. Okay, so I'm just repeating. I'm responsible for it. It's on her. She's the one that said it.
What's it called? And remember what Ray had last year when they asked her who do you want to play in the Big Ten tournament? Iowa. Because she knows that everybody in that damn locker room knew they shouldn't have lost the fucking Iowa.
I heard it.
That's what Ray was like. Yeah, we want her to get back. We want her to get back if we play them.
Yeah. He said either fan base will be unbearable trolling our team next year. Oh my God. I don't even.
They're going to troll.
I think they're excited to see her and then follow her. And then I know some fan bases that are like, they like watching us and we're fun to watch. Like I used to say LSU was fun to watch, right? That's not my team, but I always used to like them because I just like the way they play. And when South Carolina plays South Carolina ball, I like them. They're fun to watch. So, but you know, like you said, the fan bases will be trolling our team, and that's what's annoying because it's like they come up with their theory of Juju and the Trojans, or just I don't even want to say Juju and the Trojans, but just the Trojans. Like she does this and she does that. Coach G can't coach. Corey gonna be even more obnoxious with us. Oh,
I'm good with that, dude. I'm good with that.
What is she gonna have? She's gonna have to go fishing in the portal, and she's gonna have a lot to choose from. No, he does this every time when I'm about to wind down. I'm supposed to be gone 10 minutes ago. You always do this. Salute.
He's trolling. No, the way's trolling at this point. But yeah, if you want to go ahead and end it, go ahead.
Man, I need to talk to you, but you got to come back Sunday or maybe tomorrow. We'll see. But you got to come back when the dust settles. I need to know what happened. Or was you going for SC? Or was you going for UConn? Who was you going for? Louis?
I think he's a South Carolina fan.
Oh, really? Oh,
I think he said that. I think he said that.
Mondo's UConn. Mondo's UConn, huh?
Yes, Mondo is UConn. I know. I want to see his reaction because I know he's probably saying, "What the fuck?"
No, because they never come back. George, basketball 308 supposed to come back. I blocked Farrell on them, and I know that Farrell Nation line would probably be in here going crazy. So I already know how they and then they have a right to be happy. They do. I mean, I get it. And I mean, it's not against me. We're not playing. Oh, he said, I'm cocky with it. See? They cocky with it. Y'all better humble yourself. Wait till you win on Sunday, then get cocky with it. Just wait. But because I know what you guys are thinking. Oh, UCLA ain't nothing. But if that's what you guys want to do, go for it. Hey, who am I? But because the way y'all talk about UCLA, it's all but written in the stars that y'all gonna win. And if you lose, that's molded. No, that's how y'all like. I feel you guys just can't. You need to avenge your loss and go about your business. But if you beat them, okay, then pop your collar. Oh, you said no one is look, but well, why? You say UCLA's trash. Corey can't close. Why not look past them though?
That's the other one. That's not him.
Because you're gonna say anybody can win on any given day, but that's not what y'all say. We're talking about SC fans.
Yeah, no, I got you. I understand that.
He said, "You keep saying y'all the generalizing doesn't work." Well, I'm not gonna be like, I don't know. I just read. I see what's on the social media. I've had people come in my chat, popping. So I don't know. If they do come in, I'll say, well, I'll ask them specifically. Pharaoh, if he was in here, if I hadn't blocked them, and I don't know how to unblock him, if I hadn't blocked him, he would be saying, we're going to win by 30 points. He'll say something like that. Nation Alliance, they do, oh, she's probably popping, but she got access to my other stuff. So she'll come in, write something to me. She's funny. I don't know if it's she or he, but they're funny. But y'all good, have a good one. Enjoy your Saturday. Jacob, me and you, we all gonna be communicating in Discord. I gotta find out what time the game come on in the morning, and then if something pops up like social media wise, they're counting the Gamecocks out.
No, the people did. I can't lie to you. They did. I did also.
They are?
Yeah, they were. A lot of people were saying they were going to lose by 20.
No, I'm talking about UCLA.
Oh, no. He's talking about Gamecocks like versus UConn.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They did. But I think that ESPN changed it. And I think a lot of people, if they would be honest with themselves, that UConn really wasn't. We just thought that he would have them ready. That's what I mean. Like Don instilled so much confidence, and it felt spiritual out there. It really did. Like UConn, they didn't feel confident. They're not. I mean, even when when they came to Galen, and they were so overly confident, it was like, yeah, because Juju's not here, and she has that much aura. And I said to myself, it's like the way that we were playing, and then they pulled away. It was so easy to disrupt what they have with a better team, and they played a better team today. UConn this, UConn that. Yep, UConn is Yep, but they didn't play well, and they hadn't been playing. They didn't really play well through their tournament.
No, they did not.
And he's right. They were saying, oh, they can't lose. I mean, I've seen it. But when I seen them in the tournament, I started to backtrack. Because I did not know that when South Carolina was playing, I was like, they're starting to look pretty confident. And having that spark, that McKeer off the bench, when I seen her do, I'm not unfamiliar with McKeer because I watched her over the summer, but she wasn't better than Jazzy. But she guarded the hell out of Jazzy. I think she shocked Jazzy a bit, but that's okay. Yeah, Gino crashing out. Yeah, we talked about that, man. I feel like that's like the old Gino. It was. I didn't think I would ever see that part of him again. I thought it was put to rest. And he pissed Dawn off so bad. He hurt her. He hurt her feelings. I don't think that she was like, yeah, she was mad. Don't get it twisted. And she was angry, but I think she was hurt. Because she was like, that was it, you embarrassed her moment. We're gonna talk about that more than the game. So I feel like you ruined her moment, bro. But anyway, Jacob, I'm gonna let you get to bed, okay? All right, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, the fur baby is like she really want me to take my ass to bed. See her? She's really like she's sleepy. So okay. So I'm gonna shut it down. Thank you, Jacob, for coming back up. I know school's gonna come soon, but you promised. I saw Nippy tonight.
You did?
Yep, she came in the chat.
Okay, I'm here for today. Oh, Saturday and Sunday, and then I'm gone until May 15th.
Okay, thank you, Louis. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all. Good night. Have a good night.
See you.
Peace. Bye on.
Around here, this is more than a game. It's family, it's culture, it's legacy. A community that understands the work, respects the grind, and honors the journey. From the hardwood to the highlight moments, to every player chasing greatness. This is where passion grows, where fans become family, where standards are protected, where women's basketball lives. Welcome to Everybody Loves JuJu12.